Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This your host, Dre Bailey.
And it's your man, Goose Thomas. What's good, folks?
Mr. Controversy himself, Blockham Logan, is in the building.
Blockham Logan. Blockham.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Your guy, Dre Bailey, man. Look, this is what we do, man. We give you guys the best of sports talk radio, man.
Wow.
We in the studio today, man, on a Saturday afternoon, man. 2 p.m. We appreciate everybody chiming in. We are sipping that young 1800 Resposado.
Oh, my God.
Look, man. Look, I'm looking at Goose while I'm looking at my tablet at the same time. And in the corner of my eye, I see Goose take a little swig, and he was getting ready to talk, but that swig had reached the middle of his chest, and he just couldn't say nothing.
Hey, stop me mid-sentence. I said, I don't usually drink.
1800 in the building, man.
It wasn't used to you either. That's why it stopped
sure
right
wasn't.
there. Yeah. What you doing, boy?
Stuck like Chuck.
Straight
man.
pause.
Let the Ball Bounce, sports talk radio show,
Yes, sir.
man, every Saturday, 2 p.m., man. This is what we do. We give you guys the best of sports talk radio and more.
Yeah.
It's not all sports all the time.
Yeah.
It's majority sports, but it's a lot more stuff going on in the world, man.
Man,
And we
An
can
intelligent mind should be able to discuss those things.
That's it, man.
Don't get mad.
That's
'cause
it.
It's a sports talk page or show, and we delve into other things.
Yeah.
Don't be mad.
Sometimes things need to be discussed right away.
Yes.
yeah.
We also have a new time, man, if you're just now joining with us, man. Tuesdays at 6 p.m., man, to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. We are here, man, to give you guys the best of sports talk radio show. Once again, you can follow us on IG at Let the Ball Bounce. You can always follow us at Let the Ball Bounce on Twitter, and that's with one T. And Let the Ball Bounce on Facebook, man, where it gets super hot and heavy.
Yes, indeed.
People get their feelings hurt. People, it's so much going
Create
on.
their
on
own
that
narratives.
Yeah, man, it's a whole lot going on
Yeah.
that page.
Yeah,
But we
The
here
end
to-
said, but.
that part, man.
Man,
We gonna talk about everything, man. From basketball to baseball to tennis, football. We had the upcoming Super Bowl coming up, man, and go Vegas Knights all the time here,
Vegas
man.
Knights
All the time, man.
sir.
doing their thing.
Yeah,
702-608-3259, man. Once again, that number 702-608-3259, man. If you want to give us a call, talk about any sports, all you got to do is just dial that number, man. That's it.
Simple. and
Download the Guerilla Cross app on your phone, man, and you are able to follow us through your Bluetooth on your phone as you drive.
Yeah.
That's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Miss you guys, man. It's been a couple days, man, but I couldn't wait to do the show today, man. We got a lot
Where do
to
we
talk
start?
about, man. We can
Where
start with
do we
Osaka.
start?
We can start with Osaka winning.
Yes, man, Osaka, man.
Naomi.
Naomi. She's ranked. She's number one. She took that number one ranking right
I
now.
figured it was creeping up.
Do you think? Do you
That's our second
think
straight major win.
it is? It
Yeah.
is. And do you think that she has surpassed? Now, obviously, she's not going to surpass Serena Williams in titles and,
Right,
and
right,
things
right,
like
right,
that.
right.
But do you think that there's a torch being passed right now?
I think it's in the making. The torch passing is definitely in the making. I could see that when she won the U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, it's definitely being passed because I mean it doesn't seem like it, but you know the Williams sisters are close to 40 years old.
Yeah.
Like, but it doesn't seem like it though.
No, it don't.
Because they just been dominating for so long. like their dominance of the sport has kept them young, or kept them young to us,
Right.
But I definitely think there's a passing of the torch, so to speak, when it comes to Naomi Osaka, and it's funny, man, because she had to face some real. I don't want to say petty questions, but they were petty to me.
They were petty.
You know,
That's what the media does.
And
Yeah,
it's
but
so
you would think that they would have more intelligent.
Oh,
questions.
no.
you would think.
No,
You would think.
no,
Oh no.
no,
Oh no.
no.
No one takes the time to do that.
No. There's a reason. There's a reason why Marshawn Lynch did not want to speak to the media.
A clear
I'm just
reason.
going to say. Yeah.
A clear cut.
There's a reason why Albert Bell did not want to talk to the media when he played.
Come on, man. He was the king.
Yeah.
Albert Bell was king of the cold shoulder long before Marshawn Lynch was.
Mm-hmm.
It was Albert Bell.
Yeah.
But they come at her with sideways questions like, I'm just, this is kind of like an impromptu type of deal, but it's similar. So what does your family back in Japan think about, your success? Well, first of all, I wasn't even born in Japan. That's number one. She was born in like Florida or I think she born in Florida, lived in Baltimore, or opposite. She wasn't even born over there.
And the last time
she's an American.
She's an American. Like, she was raised on American soil. Her dad's Haitian. Her mother obviously Japanese. So what? And another thing, real slick thing that y'all may or may not have caught. You know how they, when they do the player profile and they put the country flag in the back? Yeah. Of course it was the Japanese flag. Yeah. Come on, man. Stop that.
They didn't want to associate her as an American?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
Wow.
They put the Japanese flag in the back of her. How? Like, come on. It's so, I mean, anyway. Yeah. Like, we see it. Yeah. We see it. No one's dumbfounded to it. But getting back to tennis, like Dre alluded to, I think there's a slow passing of the torch that we're seeing, amongst the Williams sisters, and particularly Serena, to Naomi Osaka, and it's quite fitting.
Yeah,
I don't see I see everything right with it.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. And I love to see her play. Of course,
could be to Sloane Stephens as well.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, you still got Madison Keys and Sloane Stephens still there, but I mean, when you look at, and she's so soft spoken too. If you listen to her interviews, like, it's nothing. Like, she doesn't come off any certain type of way. She's just there to answer the questions. When you're done, she gets up. There's nothing extra about her. And that's one thing I tend to love about her.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it at all, man. So, props to Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
And she's doing big things, man.
Oh, yes, indeed, man.
I'm going to need the media to really
that's just crazy.
Get their life together, when it comes to asking professional questions, especially coming from these professional athletes, man. So, big ups to her once again, like Goose said, man, and doing her thing, man.
Yeah.
And she's young, man. She's still got
21.
time to grow.
Yeah, still young.
Still got time to grow, man.
She has a long time to dominate the sport, man. And
I can't even remember 21. I do. Oh.
Yeah, 21-year-old things. Just
let me tell you
what. Just leave it there.
Let me tell you what I did when I was 21. I was up in Northern Cali, up in Humboldt County, and for my 21st birthday, I had 21 shots of tequila.
Wow!
Not straight.
Bless them.
Throughout the day.
Throughout the day. Okay, gotcha.
That's still a lot, though.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
Though.
And I told
myself, you're supposed to start at midnight and then go all the way to midnight.
Yeah, I think I started in the morning.
Yikes.
I had a shot of tequila, and whatever I started with, I was like, I'm gonna finish with that.
Not tequila, man.
I know, bro.
God.
Young, 21, young and dumb. That's usually
I took 5 straight shots of 151 before.
No,
never again.
No,
never again. And I was 21 when I did it. Yep, sure was. Sure was.
I took a good young swig of that water over there. That's all I took, and I'm good.
And Quan took a nice swig of that NyQuil and almost didn't wake up today. I said,
Yikes.
boy, did you put propofol in your joint?
Wow.
Man. That's why I take that young Dayquil, because that young NyQuil will put you out.
Shut you down. Shut you down. Yeah, man.
Be careful. Drink responsibly out there, peoples.
Yeah.
You are in Vegas, people who are in Vegas, or if you're anywhere, man, just drink responsibly.
Yeah.
And be careful where you go. Be careful and of your surroundings too, man. We had a young man who walked into a bank earlier this week and basically killed everyone inside just because.
Yeah, just off to everybody. Build that wall. Build that wall.
But we're concentrating on the wrong thing, though.
All right.
We got a government shutdown that was. Is it part-time backup? The government shutdown, is it part-time
I think
backup?
it was a 3-week deal signed to.
And the crazy thing is man, every time I look at social media or every time I talk to someone, they are highly pissed off and upset of the things that are going on in this country, but yet nothing is happening. No impeachment, no nothing. But everyone that is around this individual is getting woke up in the middle of the night going right to the penitentiary. Can you imagine being woke up at 3 a.m.
guns drawn?
And you go from your comfortable bed right to the penitentiary.
To a 6x9. Yikes.
Ouch.
Yikes. Game changer. Game changer.
I'm telling on everybody.
Game
you mean
changer.
to tell me you woke me up out that good sleep?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling on
And
everybody.
I'm the only one going?
Man, please.
Me? Just me?
I got you.
No, G.
And ain't no severance package waiting for me when I get out?
Nothing.
Got you.
Nothing.
None.
Ain't gonna put no money on my books?
Got you.
Stop it. You. Come here.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Bill. If you was around an individual that was just doing some dirt, super millionaire, and he said, "Look, man, if they question you, you ever get caught, the most you could probably do is about 3 or 4 years. If you just knock that time out for me, man, if you get caught, there's at least $40 million waiting on you. Would you do it?"
No. No.
No, absolutely not.
No, nope.
Nope. What about you, Goose?
I mean,
you gonna go lay down for 40
million is life changing. True indeed. But I think those 4 years you can't put a price on. You can't put a price.
You ain't gonna
on,
get them back.
You're not gonna get them back. You can't put a price on my life, dog. Like you can't do that. Yeah,
so
man.
you're gonna be 4 years away from Lil Eva? No,
it's not happening.
it ain't.
It's not gonna fly.
No.
40 million ain't worth that.
No.
It's just not, man. No.
So you're gonna do 4 years away from Young Jay and Amaya?
No, you're not.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
But I'll think about it.
Yeah, you'll think.
Yeah,
Sure
I'll
you
think
will.
about
it's all right to think.
No question about it.
Yeah.
It's all right to think about it.
Yeah.
It may not be an immediate no. It may take you 30 seconds, a minute. But in real life, come on, man. Your time away from your kids and your family, man, you can't put a price on that. It's just
that place will change you too. Don't sit here and tell that lie like you're gonna come out the same way.
Same dude. No, you're not.
No.
Trust me, you won't. You're just not gonna do it.
No.
You're not gonna be the same guy. Naturally. Naturally, you won't be the same person.
No, you're
coming
not.
out of there. You're growing. It's a different environment.
Yeah.
How can you be the same?
40 million.
Like, think about that.
40
How can you be the same
million.
dude out here living regular and then spend 4 or 5 years in the pen and come out the same way you were? Come on, man. Stop
No,
it.
you may come out a little loose booty. You don't know what gonna happen. Let about 5 or 6 dudes gang tackle you, and let me know how much Hulk strength
gang
you
tackle,
think you got.
A gang tackle.
Whatever it is. Because what they say, 3 or 4 more is a gang. It's a gang tackle.
Yeah.
Hey man, and why?
There's
why
plenty Fleece Johnsons in there.
Look,
Fleece. We coming for the booty.
Bill Logan. Why is all y'all in my cell? Hey, homeboy, we gonna need you to shut your mouth and turn around, homie. Nah, man. I just want to do my 4 years and be quiet. Guard. Guard. And look, here come the guard. See you in about 10 minutes. Good Lord. That $40 million ain't worth it. I'm sorry.
It's not.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
When you start thinking about things like that, it's just not worth it.
It's not worth your manhood being snatched.
Nah.
Literally being taken away from you.
And then having to get out and pretend that all of that didn't happen. Oh man, you know I was the hardest bros on the yard.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I got you.
You weren't.
Okay.
We heard about you, sir.
Okay.
We heard about you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of malarkey going on, man. But we are too concentrated on building a wall, though.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Tough situation. Tough situation.
Rhetoric.
Go out and vote. All these people who've been complaining, we'll see what happens when his term is up.
Yeah. They'll vote for him again. They'll vote for him.
Speaking of 45, I heard that the Golden State Warriors went to D.C. And they met with 44.
Yeah.
Mr. Obama.
That happened.
But not 45, though.
But not 45. We don't want your Big Macs, dog.
No.
We're not interested in your Big Macs and cold fries and warm Coca-Colas.
No.
Not interested.
No.
We still waiting on pizza from Quan. He said he was going to order pizza for us one day.
Hey, we're supposed to go downstairs, man.
Oh,
Evil Pie.
It's supposed to be
Evil pie.
They're
delivered.
going to be sponsoring.
evil pie. That should be pretty
Evil pie.
pretty dope, man. They got the Chicago style over there.
Yeah.
Dish joint. That's what I.
New York.
New York style. Okay.
New York.
Dude. Look, for those that have been to New York and have actually had a slice of New York pizza, dog.
It's different.
Dog, 2 plates, yo. Like you gotta have 2 plates for 1 slice. Like it's ridiculous.
This is a true story, man. I was in New York. This was years ago, and I seen this 15-piece Puerto Rican chick walking down the street with a pizza folded up.
Yeah.
Eating it as she walked. I said, boy, if that ain't one of the prettiest sights ever.
That's hot.
So was that pizza, because she was like,
hot.
that
young cheese.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it. You
There's
got to
nothing
eat
you
it.
can
There's nothing you can do.
Suffer the pain or try to
You're
spit it out.
You're
but
not going to
you're
spit it
not
out.
spitting
You're not going to
spit
spit
it
it
out.
out.
Spit it
It's
out.
not going
No.
to happen.
Not
Later
gonna
on,
spit it
some
out.
Pour a little water in there.
Yeah, I
and
dare
later
you.
on, some skin is coming loose from your top.
Boy, all skin just going off the roof of your mouth.
Look,
Whole
man,
layer.
I got another funny story, man. So just recently, me and a couple of my bros, we went to Long Beach to catch out all to that concert that was a huge like Summerfest concert. It had Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, The Game, The Dramatics, Dog Pound, Lady of Ray. Yeah, just everybody.
West Coast with it.
Yeah, right. So, you know how in LA they have these street hot dogs. Woo.
Yeah, man.
That they cook in. They got the onions, just everything. The street hot dogs.
Like the joint with the bacon wrap.
Yes,
man.
the bacon wrap.
That you get from the alleys,
It's
man.
perfect.
Oh, buddy.
Just so good, bros.
Oh, buddy.
So we're leaving the concert on the way out, and I have a big to-go container in my hand of food that I ordered right before we left. But then when we left, we got the street taco. So I'm holding that in my other hand. So I'm eating the street taco, man. I mean, street hot dog.
Yep.
And I trip.
Oh, no.
And as I tripped, there was a split decision I had to make. It was it was a super split decision. I had the food that I just purchased and the street hot dog. As the hot dog flew out of my hands, I dropped the food that I just bought on purpose to save that street hot dog.
Yeah.
and I ended up losing them both.
No.
My boys laughed so hard because that little weenie rolled down with the bacon around it. It rolled down the street. They thought it was so funny, dog. But let me tell you.
You didn't fall?
I didn't.
Not the weenie, brother.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. When you drop a hot dog like that, it hurt. It does something to your soul.
Yeah,
like
your day, the rest of your day sucks after that.
I don't eat hot dogs, so
The rest of your day sucks after
Now,
that.
do you believe in the 5-second rule?
Ooh,
not
in LA.
No,
Not when it's rolling down the street?
Not
No.
in Los
Not in the
Angeles.
gutter.
Sipping on gin and juice?
Maybe
not
if-
if it's rolling in the gutter.
no. Maybe
I'm
in my
good.
home.
Yeah, at the house, maybe.
Or maybe in my car, like if I dropped it on my seat, maybe.
Yeah.
So there's
But-
certain rules for the 5-second rule.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Not everyone believes that.
Yeah. Not in the alleys, though.
Not everybody believes that.
Not at the garment district. We're not. No,
So that cheese,
not on Rosecrans.
that cheese
Don't
for
drop a
that
hot dog in
pizza,
Skid Row.
man, you can't.
all bad.
You
no.
can't even breathe in Skid Row.
No, you can't.
No.
Well, I got a buddy, BG. Big up to BG out there in LA, man. He stays literally a block from Skid Row, and I mean, he got a dope spot. But it's just a block away is Skid Row.
Yeah.
So we
I
walk around there all the time.
I
and that-
accidentally found Skid Row back in like 2009. I was at a Laker game. After a Laker game, this is like 11:30 at night. I didn't realize it was that close to Staples
Yes,
Center.
yes,
Right.
it is.
It's like 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
Right.
I'm in a different world.
Yeah.
Sat up there.
Just
So-
so Figueroa, right?
You say you can't breathe when you
Bro.
you in Skid Row?
It's bad. It's bad.
Yes.
But you know, rest in peace
What
to
the
that street hot dog, man, with the bacon around it. But we ran across another spot, like literally 20 yards down,
yeah.
and my boy say, "Hey Dre, you want another one of them hot dogs?" I said, "I sure
Yes,
do."
you do. Yeah. They strategically set up the mobile grills.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
It's strategic. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Our brown brothers and sisters know what they doing, man.
You know what? And we don't have one of those here
We
in
don't.
Vegas, do we?
I've never seen one personally.
Why we just can't go in and just get a lick cart?
Just literally a look cart and put all your ingredients like on the side.
I think the hot dog's like $3.
We
$3
had,
to $4
someone 2
bucks.
weeks ago down on Fremont
really.
on a Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it was one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you leave,
But that was the first time I had seen that.
Yeah, but when you leave a
Wow.
Laker
Wow.
game, it's 50 of them out
Everybody
there.
yeah.
You can't not get a hot dog.
Everybody trying to get
They
something.
sitting around like Uber drivers.
Yeah. Get your hot dogs here.
And
Man,
then
They
they
don't even
got,
say nothing. You just smell them.
Yeah, it's immediate.
You have to
It's
get it.
immediate.
and then they got the corn joints out there.
Oh.
Come on, man.
God.
If anybody in
God.
Vegas claims that they don't know how to start a business or get something started, go down to your lick cart supplier.
Lit cart.
Lick cart supplier over off of Flamingo and God knows what.
Lit cart.
Decatur.
Go to the lit cart supplier.
Yeah.
Go get one of them young propanes from Home Depot.
Yeah. And get it popping.
Go to Costco and go get a 50 bag of onions and some weenies,
Man,
and it's a wrap.
done deal.
Oh, you got to throw the foil on top of the.
Got to have a foil, dog. That draws in the heat.
Yeah, it does.
You got to have that foil.
Mm.
Yeah,
For all you hot dog lovers, there you go.
man. They'll say I will not
I
partake.
don't mess with them.
Man, I
Those hot
might go to
dogs.
the lit cart depot and go make me a couple $1,000s over the weekend.
Hey, man. Get your lit hot dogs.
Ah.
Man, not a game. Not a game. Man.
Look, man, speaking of the NBA, man,
Yes.
big ups to Golden State for actually taking a stand
Yeah, man.
and saying, you know what? We're not going to go visit 45. We want to see that young president, 44.
Mhm.
I mean,
Big
granted, they weren't invited because
Oh, no.
They-
we saw that 2 years ago.
It's all good.
They got uninvited.
It's all good.
So,
Yeah. To
It's
somewhere
all
they
good.
didn't want to go in the first place.
I mean, they couldn't go because the government was shut down.
Yeah, well.
So the doors were locked.
So Quan, if you telling me
Technically.
that if Trump was to call you and invite you and Guerilla Cross Studios down to the White House, would you accept that invitation?
I would go because I've never been to the White House.
Yeah, I'll go steal a napkin. And
Yeah, I
leave.
don't care about him, but
Yeah, I'll steal a napkin and I'll leave.
there's a lot of other things I want to see there that
Bye.
are beyond him.
Bye.
I want to. What about you?
No, no,
Oh,
not with the
man.
current occupant.
he might treat me a little better.
With the
than that.
current tenant.
The current occupant in there. No,
Not with the current
No.
tenant.
Even if you knew that was your only opportunity to ever see the White House,
hey man,
because you don't have to be
it's
around
been
him. You
54 years.
you could run down another hallway.
It's been 54 years, Quan. I ain't been there.
I'm
All right,
straight.
so you know,
And you can, and there are tours that
Yeah.
you can
Mm.
take. I mean, you know, the current administration doesn't have to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I take the tour. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but an invitation to go meet
Nah,
him.
I'm straight.
No.
I'm straight. G.
Mm.
But what if you could say anything to him though?
Ooh.
Like he's gonna listen.
No, he don't have to listen, but if you
he
got
said
something to
anything,
say-
he said
Alright.
anything.
Oh,
Doesn't mean he's going to listen to you. He
Nah.
doesn't
He
listen
didn't
to
say it
anybody.
had to be of significance. He said anything.
He doesn't
Yeah.
listen to his own government, but
Bill Logan does not
So he
want to
damn
be
sure ain't
in his
listening to Bill
presence.
No.
He doesn't want his presence around. That's
No.
that's the
Yeah,
bottom line.
yeah, there you go.
There's nothing I want to say to him.
You don't
so
want-
if you wanted to interview on Let the Ball Bounce, you guys wouldn't interview him.
Oh, I'll interview him,
Okay.
but it'll be on our terms.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know how Youngblood tried to make it on his terms. That wouldn't happen again.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Settle down.
You see what happens when someone interviews him and don't really interview him the way he wants.
Right.
He's gonna start calling you out your name.
But boy,
Oh,
bye.
yeah.
Click.
Oh yeah. That happens.
That's where he'll get the hang up.
That
and he's
happens.
doing seasoned journalists like this.
Oh yeah.
So
Just ignorant.
That's
Yeah.
the crazy part.
Just ignorant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Here's what it is.
we are on basketball right now, man.
Yes.
And the All-Star game
Mm-hmm.
is upon us soon.
Yeah. So, a couple weeks.
And they announced the, I guess, all-star starters or the all-star captains who get to choose their starters. They choose the reserves too,
I
right?
thought
they?
they chose the starters
They-
for the East and the West.
Yeah.
that's-
You have to choose the starters first.
Yeah.
When you pick, you have to choose the starters first, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you choose
from
the
pool,
starters.
so from the
Yeah.
pool of the 10,
Of the starters, yeah.
you have to choose out of those 10 and then go
Yeah.
to the reserves.
Right.
So there hasn't really been any snubs yet, have there?
Not technically.
No.
We'll see
no.
because your
We'll see.
boy Tobias Harris, in a lot of people's minds, should be an all-star.
Look, I remember when I first mentioned Tobias
Boy,
Harris.
hold on. We was playing basketball
Yes, we
together,
were.
and they didn't want to hear it though. This is about 3 years ago.
It's about 3 years ago. Nobody wanted to hear Tobias Harris. I said, "Yo, I like the kid game, man. I mean,
Tobias Harris
what? When
for Orlando.
when he came out of Tennessee, he was a little raw.
Mhm.
I said, man, I like the way he's developed. Over these
He's gotten
past couple
better.
of seasons, far better,
Mhm.
far. Oh man, light years.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want to hear nothing about no Tobias Harris, man.
That's people that didn't even watch him, though.
All right, dog. Fine, fine. I'm not here. I'm not going to argue with you. Not here to argue with you. Just watch. And since then, he's gotten better and better and better. Still sticking to his same script, though.
Right.
He doesn't go, and that's why I like him, I guess, because he doesn't go outside of himself. He's not well, let me try this type of guy. No, he does what he knows how to do, and he does it pretty damn good. Tobias Harris, man. If you don't watch much Clipper basketball, I suggest that you start watching Clipper basketball because the dude can play.
He can hoop.
He can hoop, bro.
He's a straight baller.
Yeah.
He's gotten better.
21-8.
Yeah. He's gotten better every year in the league. He deserves to be an all-star this year.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I'm gonna say this. I know Klay Thompson's had spurts where he's had big outputs on that Golden State team, but Tobias Harris has been more productive for his team than Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's on that list. I don't think he should be an all-star this year. He's not an all-star this year.
Who's the better basketball player? Flat out better basketball player.
Tobias, to
Tobias Harris.
in my opinion.
Tobias Harris.
Just a flat out better basketball player. We ain't talking about the eye test. What is the eye test? Because they average about the same.
But see, that's what I say when people say they have 4 all-stars on that team. It's like, dude, they have 2 all-stars.
By the way.
Yeah, they got
5. They have 2.
Right. Oh yeah. That's didn't Boogie?
Boogie
got votes.
What?
Just came back a week ago, bro.
Come
we
on,
got like
man.
600.
But I'm talking about realistically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Realistically.
Absolutely. Realistically, it's 2 all-stars on that team. Realistically.
I mean, it's just that they've been on,
But they gonna throw him on that squad.
Sure.
Draymond and Clay has been on the best team for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So people
By default.
Yeah. So people just automatically think that they're the best in the league.
Sure.
Well, he's the best shooter, but he's not necessarily one of the best players, like you just said.
Right.
Tobias Harris is the better basketball player.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, but leave it up to let some people tell it. I mean, Klay Thompson is that dude.
And
Great shooter.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
One of the best we've ever seen.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Yeah. I mean, he puts up points assisted
Sure.
all day.
All day long.
4 dribbles, 40 points.
Yeah.
That part.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
But
on 15 assisted.
Yeah. Yeah.
CJ said
Great. Look, he's a great defender.
Yeah.
You can't take that part of his game
no,
away.
I'm not going to do that.
Absolutely.
But
Excellent
if you tell him
defensive
go create your own shot,
It's not gonna happen.
he's gonna be.
And we've had this argument
Yeah.
with our own Lamar Bigby.
Shout out L Biggs, man.
And actually L Biggs said that you take Klay Thompson and put him on another team and he's not gonna be like that alpha dude to go out and get you 20 plus every night.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
You have to have people being able to set screens for this guy in order for him to get open.
Yeah. Can you break down somebody?
Yeah, that'd be a little different.
He's gonna be looking around like.
Yeah, but Golden State Warrior fans will tell you, "Oh, I've seen Klay Thompson break somebody down and dribble to the hole and make a layup or stop and pull up for a jumper."
Once again,
His breakdown is after he gets off a screen and he gets the ball, he'll look at you, then he'll pull. That's his breakdown.
Or I've seen this from him coming off that same screen that you were talking about. You got a full head of steam now. Somebody's trailing.
Basically.
So now I can get the ball, put it on the deck, and not have anybody in front of me. I can get to the cup like that.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody with no resistance. My man that's guarding me is now on my tailbone.
Yeah.
He's out of the way.
Yeah.
I got rid of him now. Now I got options. I can either you gonna step up and stop me from getting to the cup or I'm a dish. I mean, you can break somebody down like that, but is that a breakdown?
Yeah.
Or is that just you being in advantage at that point?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Lord help us that he can't do that because he probably would be averaging 40 a game.
Oh, no doubt. Oh, doubt. Because if he could,
he could,
it'd be
Lord.
all bad. It'd be
Lord.
all bad if he could, bro. Oh boy.
Woo.
Man, it would be all bad.
No.
Can you imagine some of the streaks he'd go on? Sort of like what James Harden's going on right now. It would be probably even worse. This would be.
So we have Team LeBron versus Team Giannis. Will take place Sunday, February 17th at 8 p.m. to Spectrum Center, North Carolina.
And it's starting. The starters are LeBron
on the West.
Steph, KD, James Harden, and who's the fifth guy?
Let me look right now. LeBron, KD,
Paul George,
PG.
PG, James Harden, and
no Anthony Davis.
That's crazy to me.
Wow.
It's hard because they've all been balling, but I actually replaced him with replace Kevin Durant with Anthony Davis.
Oh, for sure.
Because Paul George's been balling out. He deserves it.
Now, look,
sure.
KD's been balling this year, but he ain't been balling better than AD.
No.
AD been out of his brain right now. I ain't gonna even say that. He's doing what we know he can do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even. Excuse me. I'm not gonna even say he's been balling out of his brain because that's just simply what
That's how
he
he
does.
balls, yeah.
He
Yeah.
hoop. You can't even say that he's playing outside his mind because that wouldn't necessarily be true. doing what he
Antetokounmpo's
does.
team. Antetokounmpo, Joe Embiid, which is sketchy to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think he deserves
Yeah, he
an
deserves
all-star nod. Yeah.
You might as well say he's the best big man in the East.
Yeah, but they don't
I
take
can
big
go
men
there.
anymore. It's front court and back court.
Right.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker,
Shout out to
bro.
Kemba.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker, bro.
And you could even question Kyrie because he hasn't played
Sure.
a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, Kyrie's. They're not gonna keep him off
But
that
that's
squad.
it's
That's
the
a-
name.
Nah,
It's the name.
They're not gonna keep him off the team.
The
I just mean as a
name.
starter, though.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
I mean, interesting.
Yeah, it's a little tough, man. See, this is why I don't like all-star games. Football, basketball, baseball. This is why.
Mhm.
Like, because there's always an issue when it's time for, and then people make a huge deal out of it, but in actuality, we don't really care about the All-Star game, man. Let's be honest. Who cares about the All-Star game in real life?
I've always loved the All-Star game, but I grew up watching it, so
I mean, we all grew up watching it, right?
I still love it, though.
But I think I care more about the festivities surrounding the All-Star game more than the game itself.
Yeah.
It's about the stars.
Sure.
So
I'd rather see skills comp.
when people
Dunk contest,
Yeah.
3-point.
yeah, so when people get mad at like when the Tobias Harris might not make it,
Ooh.
Right.
he's not a star.
He's not. And you can't be upset about that because Tobias Harris doesn't sell tickets.
No.
I mean, frankly, I don't know who sells tickets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Maybe
these
Lou
days.
Williams.
Maybe Lou. And he's coming off the bench. So,
Yeah.
I
So-
mean, it's but like to your point, Bill, the All-Star game is surrounded around the stars.
Yes.
If you're not a star, like there's nothing that can be really like debated against, honestly.
So on the West, we've mentioned Tobias Harris possibly not, or maybe making this All-Star reserve team.
Mm-hmm.
Who else you think should make it on the West, and then we'll move over to the East? DeMar DeRozan,
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll give DeMar a nod.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Sure. He's played very well. And we've had our calls with him.
Dame
And-
Dollar.
Oh, definitely. He
Definitely.
always and we always talked about him getting snubbed. He's a star.
And what about C.J. McCollum?
You know,
is
who
CJ
I'm putting
McCollum a
number
star?
one on my reserve list besides Anthony Davis, obviously? Top 5 in MVP voting this year in the whole league for the Denver Nuggets, Jokic.
Jokic.
I mean,
Tremendous.
People
big.
need to start watching him because he
But
is
you really need to start
amazing.
watching that.
That dude could ball.
He can
but
really
look
play
at their
basketball.
point guard though too.
He can really
He
play
good
basketball.
too though.
Yeah.
They got a team right there, man.
Yeah,
They've
they got a
been
squad.
second and third all
Yeah,
season
got a
long.
squad.
They've maintained their position in the Western Conference.
On a team with really no stars on it.
Russell
Like,
Westbrook.
do you consider Jokic a star? in
I
the
think he
league?
has star
definitely-
quality.
He has star
because-
quality.
He has star
No question.
quality because
Is he a
he's
star though?
he's a big man who can, stretch
Sure.
and pass.
Sure.
So I think he has some star quality.
Sure.
That
Absolutely.
that can get him on that.
Does he have the
As a
star
reserve.
stamp though?
Not yet,
Right.
but he has. The
So
quality.
basically, that Denver Nuggets team is a team full of really good basketball players, not one star on it. A team full of really good basketball.
I mean,
players.
he's not a star in name, but in his play he is. And I think
Sure.
I think what
Absolutely.
it takes to become a star is once because the average fan watches in the playoffs.
Right.
That's when they start watching
course.
basketball. So once he gets into the playoffs and starts taking some people out,
people will start.
it's going to wake people up. And
People start
that's
to
when you
notice.
become a
Yep.
star.
What about Kuzma?
Not yet.
Nah.
Too inconsistent.
Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
And the crazy
get the
thing
laugh?
is, no,
Can we
the,
get the laugh?
Can we get the laugh?
I don't even know where you're
no,
sitting at.
the
I don't even know where you sitting at.
look, the crazy thing is he's on that like he's got votes.
He Kyle
DeMarcus
Kuzma
Cousins
is a solid.
DeMarcus Cousins though.
That's crazy to me. That's insane. I mean, we can all touch and agree that's insane. But you know, in reference to Kyle Kuzma, I mean, he has like you said, the qualities. First of all, he's still a little bit too young, still a little bit too raw right now. If you gave me a choice, I go Jokic over Kuzma.
Oh, easy.
It's
That's
easy.
not even.
That's a fairly easy choice. Like that, just non-debate. Don't debate that with yourself.
Jokic is top 5 player in the league right now.
He's damn sure playing like it.
Mm-hmm.
No question.
No player on
This
Utah.
They came out. They came up late.
Gobert?
Gobert?
I mean,
They came up late.
I'm not going with Jingling Joe, even though I really like Joe Ingles, man. I love the way he plays.
I
bro.
do too.
I love it. Like he got that attitude, dog. He play real nasty. Like he finesse, but he talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, he do.
If you watch any Utah games, bro, watch Jingling Joe Ingles, man. He talks a lot. A lot.
I think on the West it's gonna be a couple of snubs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the
West
talent.
it's gonna be
It's
snubs there.
stacked.
Now, is this the same format as last year?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So LeBron will be picking against.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Giannis, yeah.
Mm.
It's gonna be
East.
interesting.
What about on the East?
Hey, yo, shout out to Giannis getting chosen as the captain.
Sure. He's playing tremendous basketball.
Oh, yo, he's
man.
playing good
He's
basketball.
out of his mind, man.
Well, I mean, on the East, I would like to see, and I know it's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. I like to see Kyle Lowry actually on this team because he's leading the league in assists
By far.
and as a point guard in the entire East,
Mhm.
and he is one of the reasons too that they're playing good. Now, I don't know what he's gonna do in postseason.
Right.
I'm saying right now, you know, with Kawhi Leonard being sometime he plays, sometime he doesn't. They're playing a little resting game with him.
Yeah.
He's keeping that team afloat. He should make that squad.
He will. He's been on the squad.
At least 3 times.
Yeah, so he will. He will.
Oladipo, man,
Yeah,
hurt
man.
my heart.
Sucks.
Hurt my heart this
Oh,
past
that
week.
sucks.
Basically has a torn quad muscle.
Yep.
Tendon.
And man, oh man,
The tendon. They said the tendon detached from the bone.
ouch.
Don't turn your head like that.
Because I'm just
Yeah.
imagining
Yeah.
that,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Like,
And he wasn't even
quad
doing anything. He was just
tendon.
running
Like,
back
just
on defense.
Running.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And that's why I said it didn't look good because when you're just running,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
and,
that's-
and
you just
no,
fall?
no one touches you,
Yeah.
No, it's a
You,
problem.
you didn't make any cuts.
no cuts, nothing. You're like, oh, dog, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But I mean, they're currently, I want to say they're second in it.
Yes,
right
bro.
now?
They had
Third
the
right
number
now.
one.
Third
They
innings.
had the number one spot for a
Yep.
week.
Yep.
They've been
But
top 3 all year.
yeah,
Yep.
but
Top
let me
three,
tell
whole
you,
time.
man, I don't know how the Pacers are going to respond with him being out for the rest of the season.
Well, here's the thing. He's already missed time this year, and they maintain
Sure, they maintain
their
it.
position.
Yeah.
But without him,
They cannot.
know he's
they're
not coming
not
back.
going past
haul,
the first
for the
round.
long haul. And I mean, just real quick on Kyle Lowry, even though he is leading the league in assists, if you look at his numbers in wins versus losses, like it's like a dramatic, like here and here, like it's just crazy. He's currently shooting like 41% from the field, 42% from the field, which isn't.
And he's shooting a lot
Great.
less though this year, though.
Yeah, and
Too.
that's the crazy part. To be still shooting that bad and taking
Mhm.
less shots, that's a little, that's a little tough. But I think in their losses, the dude's shooting like 27% in their losses.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like it's not good. You know what I'm saying? But
Putrid.
yes, putrid. but like Quan alluded to, and like we all know, 9.5 assists a game, the dude's averaging. So you can't like overlook that.
I don't,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about.
he getting the rock around.
Yeah.
You know.
And I don't know about that, Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews says, "Bless Oladipo. These players aren't in the gym, in the weight room enough."
Mm.
I don't know about that with Oladipo. Oladipo lost a lot of weight and went to the
Yes.
weight room, changed his diet, and really got in
Everything.
phenomenal shape in order to play at the level that he has
That
been
just
playing.
seems to be a freaky accident. Freaky
Yeah, that was just
injury.
like
when your muscle
Ouch.
detached from the
sucks, man.
bone.
And the
That's-
crazy thing about it is
Yeah.
when the trainer came out to help Oladipo, he took the towel off of his shoulders
And put it over his leg.
and put it over his leg. He's
So
like,
something didn't look right
Yeah.
to him.
well, some didn't look right to Oladipo because he pulled his knee brace down and he signaled to the bench like, "Come on, man, come look at this."
So which means that muscle, when once it detached, it rolled up.
Probably rolled up and
Uh,
it showed through the skin.
Ouch.
But according to a few folks on our Let the Ball Bounce page.
Oh, here we
man,
go. The experts.
Victor Oladipo isn't good anyway. So hey,
He's not good.
Who said that?
The Pacers.
I
the
missed
Pacers
too much
are-
in that group.
The
man.
Pacers, they'll be just fine without him.
Who's gonna pick up the slack?
Hey.
Arvidas' son,
Boy, stop.
I like him a lot.
baby Sabonis.
I like him a lot though.
but not to pick up.
not
Oladipo's
that
slack.
though. Like the playmaking
He's
ability.
good.
It'd
Yeah.
have
Like
to be
who
a
can pick up the
collective
playmaking
effort.
slack?
Oh, Stevenson. Oh yeah, he's gone.
It would have to
No.
be a
Paul
collective.
George.
Nah,
Oh, he's gone.
Effort.
Oh, he's
Scratch him.
gone too.
scratch him.
It would have to be a collective
It
effort.
has to be a collective.
Reggie
effort.
Miller is not walking through that door.
No, he's not. He's just not.
And
Jamal
neither-
Tinsley
Just not coming.
not walking through that door.
Jonathan Bender is not coming.
Jermaine O'Neal.
The Davis brothers are
The
not
Davis
walking through
brothers are
that
not
door.
coming.
Ron Mercer is not coming through that door.
Ron Artest will not resurface.
Steven Jackson will not.
Steven
Dale Davis,
Rick
not-
Smits is
turning
not
over
walking
his-
through any doors because his feet are broke.
Antonio Davis is done.
Vern Fleming, who is
Whoa,
like an
Vern.
all-star to somebody in that group, we'll talk about that later,
Vern.
is not walking through that door.
No.
Vern Fleming from the
No.
84 draft.
Wow.
I like Jamal Tinsley
I do.
too.
Dick Versace is not walking through that door to coach them with his Q-tip haircut.
That's not happening.
Yikes. Oh my
It's
God.
not happening.
Larry Bird will not come back to the front office
Gene Hackman
Gene
to make any deals
Hackman.
for people to walk through that door.
Gene Hackman.
is not coaching them to a surprise victory.
No. Won't happen. Yeah, man.
God bless the Pacers,
Yeah.
but I don't see
Not for the
them.
long haul. They'll make the playoffs still
I
I
don't
believe.
know.
Mark Jackson.
Oh,
Yeah, Mark Jackson,
oh.
Jalen Rose.
Look, hold on, real quick. Did y'all see? It's a picture that's been surfacing. It was actually Mark Jackson. I want to say Topps basketball card
Scott
that
Pollard.
that has been surfacing with the Menendez brothers in the picture,
Austin Crozier.
possibly
Crozier was
after
nice.
they murdered their parents sitting at the basketball game.
But you know what they
Did you
said?
see that?
I seen it, but they said that those weren't that
Those
weren't
weren't-
them.
It wasn't them.
That's what they
Okay,
said, but
okay.
you know,
All right. I saw that. I was like, whoa,
yeah, because we let our dad molest us till we were 30.
whoa.
Boy, stop it.
Cut the crapeth.
Murderers.
I want to see pictures of the Menendez brothers right now, like 2019 picture.
Mm.
I bet you they ain't got a scratch on them either. And they cold-blooded killed their parents.
Cold-blooded.
Woo,
Like,
tragic.
yikes.
Disgraceful.
Jeez.
Who else played for the Pacers we missing? I think we named them
man.
all.
Yeah.
Didn't Ricky Pierce play for the Pacers?
Yeah,
Ricky
and I thought,
Pierce.
Seattle and
And
I want to say the
Milwaukee.
Pacers.
Yeah. Played for Seattle and he played for Indiana.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Hmm.
The Rifleman.
Hmm.
Yeah, dog.
Chuck Person.
Chuck.
Chuck Person.
The
played.
rifle
Can't forget
man.
Chuck.
Chucky.
The rifleman.
Rifleman.
Ain't he in trouble with the law or something like that? Chuck Person.
Is it Chuck? Yes.
Yes,
Chuck
like
got, he got
the
popped.
NCAA.
He got popped for the NCAA violation.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. I
Stole
forget.
60,000. Well, appropriated
Come on, dog.
funds.
Wow.
60 grand, bro. You sitting in federal penitentiary. Over 60K.
Come on,
You
dog.
made that on one game check.
The rifleman.
Come on,
Rifleman.
The rifleman.
Hmm.
Ricky Pierce.
Anybody else that may miss on the East that should? That should. I mean, Blake Griffin.
And Blake
Blake will make it.
balling.
He'll
get
make
in
it.
Blake will probably get
Yeah,
in.
he'll make it.
Blake will get in.
Hayward
Workman.
Workman.
Wow. He probably could still play.
The referee.
The ref,
He's
bro.
a ref.
Hayward Workman can still play, man. He get it.
Deadlift Shrimp.
Deadlift.
Yeah,
He
deadlift.
sure did play for the Pacers.
Scotty Skiles.
Wow, bro. Wow, bro.
A lot of
We naming some.
a lot of good people.
Wayman Tisdale.
Rest in peace,
Wayman
Wayman
Yeah,
Tisdale.
play that guitar.
man.
Or wait,
The bass player.
Left-handed bass
He
player.
played it backwards too.
Yeah, he did.
Wayman was dope, man.
Dope.
Yeah, man. I got a chance to meet his daughters and his wife, man.
Came out to UNLV and gave him 48.
Good peoples, man.
Mhm.
Real good peoples.
And then the next year, Stacey King came out and gave
Yeah.
him another
You want-
40
yeah.
piece.
You want to talk about a good college player for Oklahoma, and that was definitely Wayman Tisdale, man. He was a beast.
lucky lefty, man. Yeah, man. Got a chance to meet his folks, man. Good
Mm.
peoples.
Mm.
Real good peoples, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, on the East, man, it's wow. I wonder if Drummond, if Drummond's gonna
Andre
make
Drummond,
make it.
Oh,
I don't think they got a good enough record to get 2 in there.
No. It'll be one.
Because Detroit's not even in the play. They should be.
They
In the
should
East,
be, yeah.
and
In
they're
the
not.
East, they probably should be, but they're not.
They fired their coach, brought in the coach of the year.
Yep.
Something's wrong over there.
Mm.
Yeah. Not right. Something ain't right in the Motor City.
Cleveland.
Blake will make it. though.
Any Cleveland
Blake will
teams?
get
What
it.
about Tristan Thompson?
No.
nobody from that.
Nobody from
They
Cleveland.
got 9
What about
wins,
Kevin
bro.
Love, who has played literally 3 games this entire season?
I mean,
No.
if Boogie Cousins gets in, I mean,
Dwayne
not gonna
Wade.
D Wade got votes.
D
Yeah.
Wade
Yes.
got votes.
So they might
Yes.
put him in
And they
for
put
the
him in.
retirement.
Yeah,
uh,
they'll put him in. They'll put him in.
But the
the
way he been
sentimental-
playing for that team, he should be on that team
He's
anyway.
been balling.
Yeah, he's been balling, averaging like 15 a game. Solid.
He
Coming
playing
off the
better than
bench.
Dion Waiters,
Oh,
who
no doubt.
cannot even
doubt about
seem to stay healthy enough to play more than 3 games in a row.
No
It's
question
ridiculous.
about it. But that's been his MO though. Like we've come to.
Except
Accept
that one
that.
year he had a contract coming up.
Went crazy.
Stayed in that year.
Oh yeah, went crazy.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Reminds me of somebody named Dwight Howard that did the exact same thing.
Is Dwight Howard done? He's just
Yeah.
done.
That's
He
a
won't ever
wrap.
play
That's a
What
wrap.
a Bradley
That's a
Beal.
wrap.
Bradley Beal for the East.
He'll be in there.
Yeah, he'll be there.
He has to be.
Yeah.
He has to be.
He'll be there.
Should be interesting. Should be interesting,
Cleveland
man.
Cavaliers will not have one
Not
representative
one.
in that basketball game. Not one.
Mhm.
Colin Sexton will probably participate in the skills comp.
Yeah.
3-point contest. We have Steph Curry, Seth Curry.
Yes.
I need to pull
Is that
that up.
already announced?
Yeah.
Well, I know
Some of 'em.
I know.
'Cause I know Dirk was saying he wanted to be in it.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
Hey, it's a 3-point contest.
Dog,
man. Let
Dirk-
Dirk-
He still got to
Dirk
run
get
around the
in
court.
He still has to
Still got to run around that arc.
He has to
That
run
is
from
horrible.
one.
Who wants to see
Nobody
Right.
wants to see that.
He has to run from one rack to the next. Come
Oh,
on,
boy,
dog.
Lord.
That's gonna be a.
And the
tragedy.
average NBA viewer is going to be surprised he's still in the league.
Yeah, true
Like,
story.
where'd he come from?
Because
Who wants
they're
to
not playing
see
on television.
that?
They're not playing on network television. That is league pass.
And when
all
they
the way.
do, you don't see him play.
Right.
Dame Dollar's in there.
Yep.
Buddy Hield
Okay.
is in there. I think they need 3 more, but
Yeah, I think they'll go with 6. 6 to 8.
I might go with
They
Hield
do.
in that.
he's been
Interesting.
balling.
He
Interesting.
has been. Yeah.
He's been balling. I
been
mean,
playing well.
unfortunately, with that Sacramento team playing as good as they're playing, they won't get any All Stars on not in that West,
It's tough.
It's too tough.
Too
over there.
tough out there.
Too
Right?
tough over there.
Yeah, too tough. Too tough, man.
Yeah.
But be interesting, man. Like I said, man, and like Quan alluded to, we grew up, watching the All-Star game. That was big to us.
Yeah.
Watching the All-Star game. But now, when you start to understand the game, I don't even really like it's another Sunday afternoon for me.
I mean,
I don't really like again,
To me,
Yeah.
it don't even really have this. I mean, like back in the day, you watched it and it seemed like the games had a little bit more meaning.
Yeah, it seemed like it meant something.
Well, we
And
also
more.
didn't get to see every game. Like
And
we couldn't even see NBA till after the
Sure,
All-Star break.
sure,
Or like
sure.
right before
I
they
agree
started
with
playing
that.
NBA on CBS.
I agree.
Now
with
we
that.
get to see it in preseason. They're televising all the
Sure,
games. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
It's a little
back then
different.
it wasn't televised like that. So this was our chance to see all the stars
Right.
in the league. Now we
Right.
get to see them
Right.
And the
flip
dunk
the channel, flip the
the
channel
channel. You can see everything.
all day.
Yeah, and
You
the
order league
dunk
passes,
contest
right.
has been tragic
Yeah,
lately.
it hasn't been.
Horrible.
Like, stop changing the format.
Man.
Stop it already.
I think the All-Stars, the people that get picked for the All-Star game, should be the ones competing
Mm.
in the dunk contest and three-point shootout. I want to see the All-Stars compete.
Yeah,
in
well,
this.
And
that's
they're not gonna
not
do
that's
that,
not
right?
normally, especially now. That really ain't gonna happen. But even with the skills comp, though, like people that won't normally see the Brooklyn Nets get to play,
Mm-hmm.
right? You'll get to see a great point guard in Spencer Dinwiddie.
For sure.
You'll get to see him showcase his skill, right? Before Kemba Walker, got picked for this All-Star game, you got to see him in those skills comps. So you like, man, I don't get to see the Charlotte Hornets play every day,
Right.
but this dude's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, for the run-of-the-mill viewer or the casual NBA fan, having those dudes that don't normally play on network television at All-Star Weekend, I think is a good thing.
I think we've seen all the dunks that have been dunked and all the dunking.
I said that before Vince Carter came up.
Man.
And then I said that
No,
before Jason Richardson came up. Then I said that before Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
I was like, eesh.
Aaron Gordon and
Zach LaVine.
Levine,
they
I
went
think they
That was a great contest.
hit the wall. That's it.
That was it?
That was a
That's
great
it, man.
That was a great dunk contest, though.
That's it.
Mm.
They hit the wall, bro. Who could top those?
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't see.
I'll
I
be
don't
watching
see-
All-Star Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't see anybody topping those two.
Hmm.
And Aaron Gordon should have won.
Yeah, he got robbed.
Yes,
Maybe he should come back and avenge.
he did come back the next year, and it was tragic.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't as tragic as Michael Finley's windmill cartwheel right before his dunk. I said, boy, if you don't sat down
Man,
somewhere.
Stop it. Stop it.
I love Michael Finley too, man. When he
I
played
liked
for
him as a
woo.
player, man. Yeah. Dallas, his time in, as a collegiate, man.
Yeah.
He played at Wisconsin, man. He was,
So
he was
Goose,
pretty
you
good.
had a good question that you put in a text today.
Mhm.
You put what did you put? Your favorite player that never played for your team.
Mhm.
A player you loved watching.
Mhm.
Who was that for you?
Boy, I got a few, dog. Actually,
So you saying your favorite player that didn't play for the Lakers that you just love to watch
didn't
play?
play for the 49ers. Or didn't play for the Braves. For me, Charles Barkley.
Ooh.
I tried to, and this was even before I started paying attention to Dennis Rodman as much as I did. I tried to pattern my game after Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, man.
From the attitude to just the will and want to that you got out of Charles Barkley. He's probably my favorite outside of any Laker. It's Charles Barkley, man. No question about it. Charles Barkley was everything to me, bro.
And then the NFL.
Who rumors had it Charles Barkley was actually traded to the Lakers.
Right.
And it fell through.
Yeah. It's a lot of those rumors out there, man, of people getting traded to the Lakers and it falling through.
Yeah.
Hell, Marcus Banks was supposed to be a Laker too. And,
He was traded to
he
the Lakers.
was actually traded to the Lakers, man.
Thanks,
and
Gary Payton. We
and it
appreciate it, jerk.
fell through. Football for me.
And if you're just joining us, we're on our favorite player that never played for your team, a player that you love watching.
Bruce Smith.
Ooh,
Bruce Smith, man.
bruiser.
I think when you rewind history and you look back at a lot of the DNs and defensive tackles that get talked about, Bruce Smith's name comes up, but not as often as it probably should. and he was one of my absolute favorites to watch. You know, along with your Barry Sanders and
Right.
a name that Les Pickett will like, man, Mark Bavaro. I like watching Mark Bavaro play, man.
What about baseball?
From the tight
Atlanta.
end spot. I'm an Atlanta Braves fan. I loved watching Albert Bell, man. We talked about him earlier. Loved watching Albert Bell play. Nomar Garciaparra.
Good one.
Played for the Boston Red Sox. Just a regular lunch pail dude. Think he led the league in average one year. I think he batted like 403 one year. Nomar Garciaparra did, man. But just a lunch pail dude. Come to work and do what his team needed him to do.
Yeah.
So Nomar Garciaparra and Albert Bell for me, man.
What about you, Mr. Controversy? Block'em Logan.
Block'em Low.
For me, in basketball, because I'm a Laker fan, so I loved seeing Dr. J play.
Yeah.
Dr. J, back in my day.
Well, you got to watch George Mikan play too, right?
Yeah,
Whoa,
I did.
Whoa.
Sure did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
Let's
he
take
sucked.
1800
Anyway,
on that. They got a drill named after him, Low.
Yeah.
Come on, Low.
Yeah,
He still don't make that 50.
I ain't gonna say he sucked, but no. But I liked watching Dr. J because he was like, I'll just say he was a consummate pro. He was a consummate pro. Football, man, I love because I'm an ex receiver. I love watching Larry Fitzgerald play.
Man, that dude, man.
He just
signed another year.
Another guy who just was a consummate pro.
Oh man.
And just went out and did his job.
Yep.
And I'm a Cowboy fan. Everybody should know that.
Okay.
And I'm a Dodger fan.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the player that I loved watching outside of my squad was Barry Bonds.
Yep. Best baseball player ever.
Barry Bonds.
Simple
man.
and plain, man.
Barry Bonds.
Look, anybody that wants to constantly debate and you have the right to.
Yeah.
Because he may not be the best baseball player to you. But pre-steroid Barry Bonds, alleged pre-steroid Barry Bonds had MVPs and gold gloves, guys.
Well, I'll say it's two. I love watching Barry Bonds and Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
King
Exciting.
Griffey Jr.
Exciting.
Man,
Exciting.
I could watch them two play all the time.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting. Man, I can go on. I got a laundry list of baseball players, man.
What about yours, Dre?
Well, since I don't have a basketball team, but I used to love just good hoopers, and in my opinion, Glenn Dog, Big Robinson.
Purdue.
And Antoine Walker, man.
Yeah, man.
Them dudes, when they came into the league, was just on fire, man.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, these dudes right here you can't stop these dudes from scoring.
Yeah.
So that would be mine for the NBA. If we're going football, I'm gonna throw two names out there, and one is Sean Taylor. That was my dude, literally.
Sean
out of the U. I was expecting him to be, coming in and probably putting on a Hall of Famer jacket one of these days, but he was taken from us too soon. But Deion Sanders, he went from Dallas, then Atlanta, then 49ers. And I was like, Ravens, please come to the Steelers. Please come to the Steelers, man. But that was my guy. If we're talking about football, and baseball, man. I'm gonna throw this name out there, man. Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
I loved
Ricky Henderson
man.
has swag, man.
I loved that dude. Ricky Henderson, man, could not do nothing wrong. And since I did two of each one, Darryl Strawberry. I don't care what
Say what you want about him.
what he
Daryl
did.
was a
off
monster, bro.
Daryl Strawberry
Yeah.
was that dude. Period.
Yes, he was.
Daryl man, I want to be Daryl man.
Oh, Daryl.
When we played baseball as a kid, I was like, I'm Daryl Strawberry.
Yeah.
One of the top 5 sweetest swings ever.
Man.
And I mean, we can.
Is his swing better than King Griffey's?
No.
It's
I
up
said
there,
top
bro.
5, man.
Top
I'm
five.
not putting it above his.
It's hard for
but
me to put anybody's above juniors,
but,
man.
Look,
That's hard, bro.
he's not above Junior,
difficult.
but he's in that window. He's in that box with Junior.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else that I probably I know I didn't mention, but I loved watching him play, man. Tony Gwynn, bro.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
When you talk about hitting for average, placement hitting, just overall baseball IQ.
Yeah.
Tony Gwynn, bro. Like he was a consistent 320, 330, 340 hitter
Easy.
his entire career.
Yeah.
Which spanned what, 20 seasons?
And you
21
want to
seasons he
talk?
played?
You want to talk about
Come on,
somebody
bro.
who had a calm demeanor? Tony Gwynn. He just no problems off the field. Good father, had good stock. I think I want to say his son played for our AAU, or not AAU, but our AAA.
I'm not sure if he was in our organization. I'm not certain.
But he played for a little bit in the minors.
Yeah.
But Tony Gwynn, man,
Tony Gwynn, bro.
wow.
One of the best hitters ever.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
question about that.
Yeah.
Man.
What about yours, Quan? You have.
I'm a Laker fan, so I take Hakeem Olajuwon. He was definitely like
Love watching
one of my
Hakeem.
favorite players
Love
ever
watching Hakeem.
that's not a Laker.
Yep.
And Shaq in Orlando.
Yeah.
Before he went to Lakers.
Yep.
I actually had Orlando gear because of Shaq.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
and
I had a Shaq jersey.
yeah.
Sure did.
And that's when I only wore Laker stuff like daily.
Right.
So baseball, Ricky Henderson's my favorite player of all time, but I was actually an A's fan back then too.
Right.
So that doesn't really count. It was Ozzie Smith.
Ozzy.
Ridiculous.
Ozzy.
Wizard, dog. Ozzie Smith.
Loved
dog.
watching him play, man.
Yeah.
NFL, Marcus Allen.
Yes.
Marcus Allen.
Yeah, man.
Even with the Chiefs.
Right.
He was still balling.
Right.
Was Marcus Allen the reason that
Bo Jackson was good. Yep. I'm joking. Phone lines are blowing up. We got a caller on that. On that note.
That's indeed, man.
because Marcus Allen was better.
Look at that.
Look at the stats.
I won't argue that because Marcus Allen was probably one of
Gangster,
the
man.
greatest.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And he was
All-around backs.
underrated too. You want to talk about under?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
he was
I wouldn't
underrated.
go that far.
Marcus Allen was underrated.
I think
No,
he
no.
is.
When you're
No.
thinking of great tailbacks
Mhm.
in the National Football League from past to now,
Mhm.
his name never comes up though.
It probably doesn't in broad circles.
Underrated.
But people that know football, they'll mention Marcus Allen, man.
Man, people that
And
know
I made
football.
a post about that a few years ago on the page. I said, dude, this dude right here was probably one of the best all-around running backs to ever play.
Ooh wee.
Yeah.
Ooh wee. Roger Craig's underrated.
Yeah.
Way underrated.
And even as a 49er fan, I'm still taking Marcus Allen over Roger Craig.
Yeah.
It's just me though.
Ooh, Roger Craig was a
Yeah,
beast.
he was a monster.
For those
But
years, though, he didn't
yeah.
have. He didn't.
I'm
He didn't play super long.
Right. But I'm still taking Marcus Allen
Yeah.
over Roger
Yeah.
Craig.
Yeah.
So
Call it.
Hey, real quick,
Go ahead.
WNBA, Cheryl Swoops. Go ahead, we got a call.
Oh yeah. Well, I ain't mentioned WNBA.
got that.
Cynthia Cooper.
Yeah, with that.
I go with Cynthia
With
Cooper. Caller. What's your name? What's your question?
What's going on? This Big Doc from the Pickup Show,
Big
man. What's
Doc
happening,
in the
fellas?
building. What's
Yes,
good
sir.
with you, man?
What's up
Mob
with
to
it?
you, bros.
Oh man, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I was, peeping y'all out, man, and
Yes, sir.
I'm sitting here thinking, saying as far as, I just want to add to my greatest that never got to play for my team, but I would have loved to see him in uniform.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as, I'm a big Laker fan,
Okay.
but I would have loved to see Pippen in a Laker uniform, man.
Oh, wow.
I would have loved to see Scottie Pippen, man. That
Wow.
Arguably, Scottie Pippen is one of my favorite ball players, man.
Wow.
Ooh.
Him and Magic Johnson, you think that'd have worked out? I mean,
would it?
think that'd have worked out?
Would it?
Huh?
Would it?
Okay.
I mean, you got Pippen. Pippen is a dog, man.
Oh, no doubt.
Pippen is a dog.
Yeah,
Pippen
absolutely.
would get at you and shut you down,
Yeah, no
but
question.
then have the know-how to bust you up on offense.
Sure.
So-
Nah, Pippen was the man.
Best perimeter defender ever, in my opinion.
So, Doc, while you said
yeah.
that, you said you would have loved to see him in a Lakers uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have loved to see him play over James Worthy?
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack from a lot of my Laker fans, but James Worthy, as good as he was, college, he definitely a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But let's be real, man. Magic Johnson made James Worthy a lot better than he was. Magic Johnson made a lot of people a lot better than what they were.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I mean, do you honestly think that Kurt Rambis would have had that career as long as he did?
Absolutely
had he had
not.
played?
Well,
would-
James Worthy isn't Kurt Rambis.
I would go on to say if James Worthy played for
Let's
another
not do
team,
this.
if James Worthy was on another team, he would be
28 points per game.
yes. He would,
James
as
Worthy was
as
still put up
a
buckets.
small forward.
I'm not. Hold on.
Woo!
I'm not saying.
That's
okay,
tough.
I'm not saying because because
He had to scale a lot of his
What?
game back playing with the Lakers.
Now Worthy had that post game. He had that quick spin on the baseline.
Spin move on the
Don't
baseline.
get me wrong. I'm not about to sit here and say that Worthy, was a bum. Worthy wasn't no bum.
Absolutely not.
But what I will say is what I have taken Pippen over Worthy, and the only reason I'm going to say yes, I would, is because on the defensive side, Worthy was a liability.
agree.
Who did he ever
A
guard?
Yeah.
liability.
I agree.
I'm with you there.
I agree.
I'm not going to debate
But
you.
James would get down and roll up his pants, them short shorts.
James would get down. James would get down. That don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but Pippen was a dog. Like that's like having a Doberman pinscher on the court with you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Pip.
I mean, I agree with you totally
Hey,
on
I'm
that.
gonna
though.
be honest with you. I know a couple of people that don't think Pippen deserves a Hall of Fame nod.
They don't think he should be on the top 50. I just asked someone at the bar the other night.
Don't think he deserves it, man. And I had to really argue with this dude. Like, yo, Pip don't deserve he don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, here's
Who
the
does?
here's the thing. He said Magic made Worthy who he was.
Mm-hmm.
We don't think Michael Jordan helped make Pippen who he was. If he played for the Sonics, do you think we would know? Do you think we would know who he was like we do?
Hold on, dog.
We gonna stop that right there.
Thanks,
we
Doc.
gonna stop that right there and right there.
Thanks,
All right,
Doc. Thanks,
because-
Doc.
What did Jordan win before Pippen got there?
We
He
understand
was
If
young.
it
that.
wasn't for Pippen,
He was
If it
he was
wasn't
still
for
young
Pippen,
before
don't
Pippen
you
got
think-
there.
well, that
He wasn't winning
that
right
be
when
as it
Pippen
may.
got there.
No, it took him a minute.
That be as it may, but I'm gonna tell you this: if Pippen had not been on that Bulls team, I'll give Jordan maybe 1 or 2 rings.
That's
He
it.
damn sure wouldn't have beat Portland. He damn sure wouldn't have beat Utah. No, not.
And they
happening.
wouldn't have
But
never
Jordan,
got
Jordan
past.
was waiting for Pippen to come along. He was playing
It still
kind of
took- It
soft
still took him 3
those
years.
first
before
couple
they-
years.
Neither of
before
those
he-
won anything without
Yeah.
Phil Jackson being there.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well,
But
look how
Pippen
long it
almost
took-
took the Bulls to the finals without Jordan.
but he
Stop
didn't
it.
take him.
Look how,
But he didn't
look
take
how
him.
long it took. Look
And
how
he
long
acted
it
like
took
a
Shaq and
BR.
Kobe to jail.
One of them
Look how long it took
games.
Shaq and Kobe to
That's
jail.
very
You
true.
know what I'm saying? So no. But I'm sorry. But the other one, being that I'm a Denver Bronco fan,
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Jerry Rice in a
Oh.
Bronco uniform.
Ooh.
course.
Jerry Rice.
He was in
and
a Bronco
John
uniform.
Elway. Now,
Preseason
Well,
his last
no,
year, he
well,
was in a
I'm
Bronco
not-
uniform.
no.
Preseason.
Let's be for real. I'm not talking about arthritic Jerry Rice.
That
I'm
part.
talking about Jerry Rice when he was
Geritol
back in the
Rice.
day.
Jerry Tall Right.
Jerry Tall
You know.
Rice.
So no, but to have a Elway,
Ooh.
Oh
Ed
boy.
McCaffrey,
Oh, God.
a Rod Smith,
Yikes.
a Jerry Rice,
Ouch.
a
Yikes.
Terrell Davis.
Damn.
Like, come on,
Shannon
man.
Sharp.
Shannon
Oh,
Sharp.
God.
Come
man.
on, man.
Yikes. Yeah, that's potent.
Mark Jackson.
That's
You know,
potent,
so that's-
bro. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm at with it, man. But I definitely, like I say, man, I'm always listening. I'm always watching
Appreciate
y'all,
you,
man.
bros.
support. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come to the Thursday show. You already know why.
Yeah.
But man, shouts out to y'all, man. Y'all do y'all thing, man. I'm definitely a big supporter, man.
Appreciate
what's
you,
up,
Right on, bro.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
man.
the phone call, man. That's Doc calling
Big
in,
Doc
man.
from the pickup
That
show, man.
you know, that's great.
Yeah,
Great,
that's
man.
good.
That was great.
That's good
But
sports
I think-
debate banter.
I think
Yeah.
putting too much on Pippen with that Jordan thing, man.
Nah, man.
Yes.
Pippen.
Yes, man.
Pippen was the
Because
business.
look how Pippen was playing the first couple of years with Jordan.
Yeah.
He was
took him a
waiting for
minute.
this dude. Look,
It
man.
took him a minute.
Yeah.
all these
and rightfully
migraine
so, though.
headaches
But
and
in-
all that
but
stuff.
rightfully
But
man.
nobody
so,
jumps
though.
in the league and,
Yeah, and that's what I was
they're
gonna
who
say.
they are.
Rightfully-
From
rightfully
Central
so.
Arkansas.
Jordan did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jordan did.
Right.
He
Rightfully
broke
so.
his leg his second year and didn't even play. So
Well, he
Yeah.
broke
it
his
took
foot.
Jordan a
Broke his
minute
leg.
to
Sure
really
did.
become Jordan.
He was Jordan first as soon as he stepped on the NBA court.
Ooh-wee.
He just broke his foot and had the little foot injury, but he came back in the
Yeah.
playoffs
63.
and got
Yeah.
63.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all who
Okay.
y'all gonna have to deal with for the next.
For the next 15
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
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 Ouch.
Jordan, I mean,
You know.
Jordan
But Pippen,
was that
it took
dude.
him a while.
It took Pip a minute, though.
Yeah.
But
He did,
Pip-
bro.
He was
But
kind of
Pip-
soft.
Was still a super hooper after Jordan left. Like the boy took his Portland
Well,
team.
he was already he was seasoned in the league. So yeah.
That Portland team was
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to talk
was
about
a lot of good
you
players
want
on
to
that team.
you want to talk about LeBron James only wants to be on a stacked team and he created the stacked team. Nah, man. Let me tell you something. There were a couple of teams back in those days that had stacked teams with
There's been stacked teams
Perennial-
forever in the NBA.
perennial all-stars,
I
and
said
that
that.
Portland team was one. They
Yeah.
had Steve Smith, Jermaine O'Neal,
Yeah.
That was
Stoudemire.
before Jermaine was Jermaine, though.
Yeah, but Stoudemire.
Well, hold on.
Rasheed-
Which
Steve's-
Portland team we talking about?
Rasheed Wallace.
We talking about
2000.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
thought you were talking about
No.
when Jordan played against. Okay.
No,
okay.
no.
All right.
They
all
had
right.
That
Rasheed.
team was stacked, too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of great
was a
players on
nice
that team.
team,
That's
yeah.
the thing. That's the team I was thinking of.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, okay,
we're
go ahead.
talking about the Scottie Pippen,
Oh yeah, that
the
team was
Stoudemire,
ridiculously
Rasheed
stacked.
Wallace,
Yeah, it was crazy.
Jermaine O'Neal, Bonzi
Deadlift
Wells,
Shrimp.
Yeah.
Deadlift
They
Shrimp.
should have won. They should have won. They should
But
have.
to me,
they should've beat the
the
Lakers.
first
Bonzi Wells.
Yeah.
but to
At
me
that
the
time,
first
I mean,
Ruben
yeah.
Patterson.
in my generation,
Kobe Stopper.
to me the first team who went outside and stacked the team was the Philadelphia 76ers when they signed Moses Malone because they could not beat the Lakers or
And
Without
then they
him.
dominated.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then
And then when they
dominated
got
them.
Moses, they just dominated that
Yeah, they
whole
dominated
season.
them.
He was the best player in the league
Yes.
at that time.
They
Swept
dominated
us.
them. Dominated.
A nice sweep.
Yeah.
Foe.
Yeah,
That was the only time, though. It was just that one time.
yeah. It was just at one time, and
It
then
happened.
the
Yeah.
76ers dumb organization got rid of him
It happened.
when Barkley was coming in to play with them. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah. And Arvydas Sabonis was on that team. Thanks,
Yeah.
Dre.
You know?
Yeah.
Arvydas Sabonis was on it. Bad
Remember-
knees and all.
Now,
Didn't matter.
Let's go back. Let's go
Dale
back.
Davis was on that team.
Yeah, he was.
Davis sure
Dale
was.
Davis was on the team. So let's go back to that Seattle team. They had Gary Payton, Deadlift Shrimp,
Percy Hawkins.
Percy Hawkins, Ricky Pierce.
Frank Burkowski.
Boy, stop.
He was D'ing.
Sean
Him
Kemp.
and Dennis Rodman were having fun together.
Sean Kemp.
The Philadelphia 76ers possibly could have won at least 2 or 3 more championships had they not
Broke that team up.
got rid of Moses Malone.
Mhm.
Because Charles Barkley got drafted that next year.
Mm.
84.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they still had a good team.
Yeah, they
it's
did.
just when they got rid of Moses Malone for some reason,
Yeah.
for Terry Catledge.
Boy, stop it.
Come on, man. Are you serious? I ain't no 76er fan, but I was like,
Terry Catledge.
man,
That's funny.
Doc, a young Barkley, and Moses Malone.
Ooh.
Terrible.
Man.
And Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones,
Wow.
Mo Cheeks,
Mo.
Yeah, Mo, man. Jeez. Yikes.
man.
Wow.
They possibly could have won a few more championships with that team.
Well, how many championships are the Lakers going to win now that LeBron's camp supposedly wanting Luke out?
I'm not sure how true that is.
Me
Me either.
I'm not going to fall for the sauce on that.
No.
I'll
I said until Adrian Wojnarowski says
I'll
it.
wait and see. Yeah, we'll just say that. I'll wait and see.
Until Adrian Wojnarowski, everything he says come true. Yeah.
I'll wait and see.
Until he says it.
Yeah.
Nah.
But LeBron's team does leak stuff out strategically throughout the years.
Sure.
And is that part of is that the main thing Kevin Durant was talking about when he said it's toxic around? LeBron's not toxic.
Right.
It's his homeboys around it that want to control it.
Hold on, man. They're more educated young black men that are actually doing big things in the NBA. Period.
They can
Plain
still
and
be
simple.
messy though.
But is that what Kevin Durant was talking about though? Because
they can still be
because
messy.
they go to teams and try to control.
We
Okay,
everything
well,
around.
Kevin Durant, where your homies at?
We know educated black folks that's still messy, dog.
Yeah, well, I'm
We know
messy.
plenty of them.
They
I'm
can still
super.
be messy though.
We know plenty
They can
of
be educated and messy.
them. We know.
I don't
we know
think-
some petty educated black folks.
Yeah.
man.
Bros, let me tell you something, man. Why does everything have to be blamed on LeBron in his camp, man? Come on, man.
Well, it just came out.
He
though.
ain't the only one that wants Luke out. You got Laker fans arguing on the page every single week about how his name should be Fluke Walton.
Well,
But
the fans
media
can't
ain't
do
gonna
anything
talk
about it.
The media not going to talk about the people on our page. They will talk about LeBron James. and his
Wojnarowski's
camp,
not going
though.
to say, "Well, let's pick it, called it."
It's not going to happen.
No.
That's why it's being talked about. I mean, that's why it's being talked about, Dre.
They saying his camp is leaking it out.
I think that's some hater.
And again,
I think that's some haters.
I'm not getting ready to fall for the sauce. I need to. I
Yeah.
need to know for sure.
Yeah, I said I don't believe that.
But the fact that it's being talked about is not anything new. We've seen this
LeBron
before.
James should come out and emphatically say, "No, my camp is
Thank
not
you.
saying this."
That should happen.
When
That
has
should
he
happen.
ever done that, though?
But he should.
He should.
When has he ever?
But he should.
What
know,
I'm telling you is if he hasn't done it in the past, what makes you think he's going to do it now?
But he should to stop the toxicity
Toxicity.
how about
that
he?
KD was speaking of.
How about he just like, you know what? I ain't going to pay no mind to that. I didn't say it. Why should I speak on it?
Because they're putting his name in it.
He haven't even said that yet, though.
Man, they put LeBron name in everything. He's supposed to speak on everything with his name in it.
He's
Man,
supposed,
stop it.
He's supposed to diffuse it.
When it comes to something that could be
Something like
detrimental to
that.
the team,
Yeah, something like that.
I think
A coaching change in midseason? Yeah.
Speak up.
He should say something.
Say something.
Like
Say
what?
something. Because we
That
know
wasn't my camp.
because we know his moxie travels
it was my
further
camp.
than anybody's. His influence travels. We got to understand this. Let's stop acting like this dude influence don't travel. The dude has significant influence in this league and out of it. So let's stop acting like that doesn't exist.
So he's supposed to speak for somebody in his camp. If he didn't say it, he's supposed to speak for them.
if you don't think him and his
Yeah.
camp are talking every day about this stuff, if his camp's
Yeah.
saying it, it's
I'm supposed to listen to
hold
you,
on.
the person that wants to trade LeBron.
Hold on.
Caller. What's your name, man?
I
What's
never
the
said
question?
trade LeBron.
Yes, you.
This is Quan 59. I've never said trade LeBron unless it
And
was
I
trolling.
approve, and I approve this.
And I
message.
approve this
Unless
message.
it was trolling. We got the unless in there. What's your name, caller? What's the question?
It's your man. It's your man. C. Matt. I had
See
to
Matt
call
in the
in.
building. What's happening, homie? My dude.
Mr. Controversy Dre and Mr.
Oh,
What
man.
it do,
Let me
Mike?
say something. Okay.
What's
The
popping, baby?
Lakers right now we got bad energy. The whole squad.
It
the
is
whole,
horrible moxie right now.
Isn't it the mojo?
The mojo is just
It's
not
just-
there, brother.
There's so much not there, and I think here's the main thing: the agenda of the media. These media, I call them scabs. You know, because when you sometimes you have a sore and it turns into a scab, and you
Yeah.
scrape it off, and it's a sore again. This is the
Then
media
it
because a lot of
bleed
these
and-
scabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got agenda because they're trying to promote their careers and you know and promote themselves and at the expense of the Lakers. And then I'm gonna say something a lot of Laker fans don't want to hear.
Mhm.
Jeannie Buss couldn't hold a jockstrap to her father as an owner.
Oh, absolutely
She is
not.
just
I agree with
too-
that.
She just, man, come on.
It's
She's
not
just
even a
not.
debate.
She don't. And I want to say this to all our ladies, fans, and supporters of LT. This is not about a gender thing. This
No.
is just
No.
about
It's
a
just-
competency thing.
Is what it is.
She don't got it.
Nope.
And And the Lakers are suffering because let me say something, man. Look, Luke Walton coaches like the player he was.
Whoa.
Hard.
Ho, ho.
He's a bench player as a coach. I'm not feeling this dude. Oh, I'm going low blow with this guy.
So let me ask you this though, Chris. Did LeBron James camp tell you to call and say that? I just want to make sure of that.
Hey, see Matt. Though. Hey, let me throw a wrench in your joint here though. Hey, but Luke stole $4.5 million every single year though.
He sure did.
He stayed on the roster.
And if you ain't ate at his restaurant, you missing out because they got some good damn food down there. But go ahead. He stayed on the roster.
He did. I think Kobe liked him, so he had some love with Kobe. But here's the thing about Luke, and I'm gonna say something about Luke. Like I mean, I know the man. He's a family man. He's a father. So I mean, on the man tip, he's doing what he got to do. But the reality of the matter is, when LeBron went down, this was his opportunity to show. Okay, I do know how to make rotations. I can beat 9-win teams on 12-game losing streaks. I can do this. But he really don't got that thing, that hit factor, that I don't know, whatever it is, he just don't got it. He just whatever that is, he just don't got it.
Look,
and,
I'm looking at the team, and it's like they're not engaged with him at the helm.
Whose fault is that?
They're not engaged, bro. Like your job as a coach, No, it has nothing to do with LeBron. I'm not going to even go there.
That was a joke.
No, it was his camp.
Even with LeBron out these last 15 games, as a pro in any profession, whatever you choose, whether
that's the key word you just said.
As a pro, your job is to be engaged and to engage others, right? So as a leader of men, which Luke Walton is a leader of men, his job is to engage his players.
Let's go, Mike Tomlin.
I'm
sorry, Luke
not
Walton.
doing it. Simple.
I'm saying that to
Preach.
anybody who listens. I'm like, being a friend, a homie. Where is the leader of men? That's it. That's the key point right there. Man. Leader of men. Let me say, whatever people want to say about Mark Jackson, when Mark Jackson, he was he is the reason why Clay and those guys became champions. They booted him out. But he was a leader of men, and that's what I'm not saying I want the Lakers necessarily to get Mark Jackson per se. I'm just saying they need somebody who is going to say, look, I don't care about your little
name one person.
Music in the play. Come on, man.
Name one person.
That's the thing. Everybody wants to get rid of Luke, but they have not answered the question. Get him out of there and
get somebody in there. That's what we're talking about right now.
Name one person.
Hey, you know what? I like to do on the bench next to him.
Brian Shaw.
I like
how long we been screaming? How long Brian Shaw name been in talks of being the head man
since he was in Denver?
He was supposed to take over Phil's job.
Hello. So let's not act like we ain't been down this road before.
I know.
Let's not act like this ain't happened. This has come up.
Well, I like him better. I mean, I was kind of on Luke's bandwagon, but I realized really quick is that he was the shiny new penny, right? It was like, 24-0. Look, my grandmama, rest her soul, could have sat on the bench and gave that team a 24-0 start with the Warriors. I mean, that ain't like what was that? I mean, that was just, they were a well-oiled machine.
Mike Brown got them to the finals.
Mike Brown.
Come on, man. I transcended team in the making. So my point is this. Luke got a job, and then he got the opportunity. We only can ask for opportunities. We get them. We bless. We get the opportunity. And since he's had it, nah, bro. But I want to weigh in really quick on my on your point there earlier about favorite players and teams.
Yeah.
As a generational forever Laker fan, I coveted Shaq, and they actually got him. So he was the guy that I was like, the Lakers had him, and then they pulled it off. In football, as a Raiders fan, I'm going to go with, I forget who said it earlier, but Bruce freaking Smith.
Boy.
Let me tell you really quick my Bruce Smith story. I was in Las Vegas. After high school, I moved to live with my grandmother in Las Vegas, and I was working at McCarran International Airport as a 19-year-old kid, working as a sky cap. And for lunch, we would go up to see the celebrities. A lot of celebrities coming to Vegas. So I was posted up. and there was Bruce Smith. So I decided all 6 feet and 170 pounds, that's all I got. I'm going to go stand behind Bruce Smith and see how big of a man he is. Let me tell you something, man.
Jeez.
This dude was a freak
Monster.
of nature. His foot, I'm going to tell you what he had on. He had on some dress slacks, a dress shirt. You know that look where you have this dress shirt,
the baggy
black
joints,
shorts, and the sandals.
Yeah.
Well, the sandals was just
Some
chancletas
chancletas?
leaning on the floor, man. He was,
Yeah.
them sandals were screaming. But he was a big man, and I just said, my God, it's good. But if he was a Raider, oh, have mercy. I just really coveted him as a fan.
Yep.
In baseball, it was always Barry Bonds, of course.
Yes.
Barry, pre quote unquote steroid Barry, right?
Never tested positive
and then
for anything, but
Shit, hell.
Yeah, so
Accused steroid era Barry Bonds.
yeah, it really wouldn't matter,
I
honestly.
mean,
It don't matter.
I mean, the dude was somebody said, I think Roger Bailey and I were going on the comments. He said, you couldn't pitch to him. I mean, how many players can you just not pitch to?
Yeah.
Period.
They walked a player in so they didn't have to pitch to this dude when the bases was loaded.
They gave him an
How
RBI.
dangerous.
They gave
Come on, man.
They say, you know what? We're going to give you the RBI rather than you hit for it.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tragic.
That's insane.
Dude, that's the most
a video game
craziest
player.
thing I ever seen.
Yeah.
I think
He's a video game
he
player.
probably walked 300 times that season.
God.
That's
I mean, are you kidding me?
crazy.
Are you kidding me?
That's insane.
Listen. LTBB,
Yes,
love
indeed,
all
man.
the
Love,
time.
all
I
love,
gotta
C-Mac.
run. All love. I holler at y'all on Tuesday. I will
Yes,
listen
sir.
in. I'm supporting.
Yes,
and y'all
sir.
keep doing what you're doing, baby.
Keep
And,
those
I'll
keep those posts coming too, bruh.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you,
man.
C-Mac.
So go ahead, Bill. I know you was itching to get something out.
dog.
Well, I'm just gonna say this right here.
You need to.
I'm just gonna say this right here.
We want you to.
Last year, everybody was cramming for Tyronn Lue
That is true.
to be up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Larry Drew would be
The,
the best coach for. What are they doing right now with Larry Drew?
Absolutely, Nathan.
Man, come on.
Who crammed for Larry Drew?
Last
a
year,
lot of people was
I
crying.
heard a lot of people say
Larry Drew?
would be the best coach for that dude.
Yep.
For that team.
Shout out the Drew family, man. We hoop with his son every now and again, man, with Larry Drew's son.
Mm-hmm.
And
his
they
son-
haven't
his
even
other
won
son-
double-digit ball games.
His other son is a Tar Heel. He played at North Carolina.
They haven't won double-digit ball games with
But
this dude.
whoever was cramming for Larry
Well, is this
Drew,
is this the same LeBron James camp that got what was the coach before Tyronn Lue?
oh my God,
David Black.
Mr. Black.
Is this the same camp that got him fired?
They just fired him.
No, they just fired.
They just fired him.
Oh well,
David
you know,
Black.
because when they did,
Yeah, they
they
fired
said it was all LeBron. LeBron got him out of there. LeBron got him fired. Did y'all not hear that?
So if
Or
we
LeBron,
heard it.
we
So
gonna
if
have
LeBron-
amnesia?
so
But
if
what we
LeBron
do
said,
know
if
today-
LeBron said, "I want him to be my coach,"
But what
you don't
we
think
do-
he would still be there?
Yes, he would. But what we do know today,
And like I told you before, when has he ever gone to bat for somebody
We don't know
else?
what he says behind the scenes.
but
I don't
what
know.
we know today
He's not going to
is,
say that
is
publicly.
the reports are that his camp is saying Luke needs to be out of there.
Mm.
Now, if it's not true and he's not saying that, as
I'm-
the leader of his camp, he needs to come out and say
You
something.
know
Well,
what
you know what?
Go ahead.
I'm
As
gonna
the
need.
leader of men.
I'm gonna need. Well, the leader of the Hub City camp, Les Pickett, says
Shout
that
out
he
Les
needs to be out of there. As far as I'm concerned, it's the
He's
Hub.
also a Giants fan, though.
It's the Hub City that's out there spreading them rumors.
Well, Hub City been spreading it from day one. Hub City been spreading it from day one.
Don't sleep on Hub City, man. They are
Please
real
don't.
influential in the California
Compton in the
tri-state
building.
area.
Compton in the building, man. Straight.
But,
up.
you know, I wouldn't have a problem with Brian Shaw taking over.
I would
I
not
mean,
have an
if
issue
they
with that
made that choice,
at all.
What head coaching experience does Brian
and he's a
Shaw
young
have?
coach, he's a young.
The same amount Luke Walton has.
Yes.
Well, he coached. He coached the Golden State Warriors when Steve Kerr was out.
What head coaching experience did
So
Nick
did
Nurse
Mark
have
Jackson.
before he took over in Toronto? Where did Nick Nurse coach at?
Toronto.
he
As an assistant
he was an
forever.
assistant, right? Okay.
I'm just,
They
I'm,
gotta-
yeah,
they
I'm
gotta
just
start
telling you
somewhere.
what
Got to
they're-
start somewhere, right? I mean,
And
I
Brian,
put it
Brian
up-
Shaw
I-
got a bad shake in Denver. They
oh, absolutely.
treat him like crap out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know
No
if
question.
they treated him like
They,
crap.
they gave
Yeah,
him zero
they didn't give
opportunity
him no
to do
opportunity,
anything.
man. They didn't give
Yeah,
him no
and they gave zero opportunity to Stacey Ogman too, who was over there as an
They
assistant
just
coach
haven't
too.
given the opportunity to him
To
just at all.
nobody but
Just-
George Karl and
Yeah.
whoever after
yeah,
that.
that's
So
crazy. But
these are some of George Karl's stock. The Stacey Ogmans, the
Sure.
Brian Shaws, they worked under him
Mhm.
for a long time. Why wouldn't you want to be that? George Karl was very successful in this league as a head coach.
yeah, he was. He had some solid years.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Now, if Kobe Karl gets a job before Brian Shaw,
see, now
then that's a problem.
Yeah, we got issues. We got issues then.
So somebody, whether it be LeBron James camp or not, man, is there any validity to what a lot of Laker fans are saying? A lot of Laker fans want Luke out of there. It's just not LeBron's camp.
Well, here's the reason why I believe they want
But
Luke
the
out.
the fans make no difference. The fans
Yeah,
can
they
utter
don't-
whatever
don't mean
they
anything.
want to utter. But when you hear from LeBron's camp,
that means something
supposedly?
different. There's something different.
then yeah.
But here's the reason why I believe that, though. LeBron James signed a 4-year deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just scrap this year, right? They'll probably sneak in the playoffs, get a 6-7 seed, and they'll get bounced out in the first round, right? So you still, I'm gonna be objective, yes. I'm a Laker fan. I'm gonna be objective. So you got 3 years left on the LeBron deal now, right? Well, actually 2 in the option, right? So LeBron James, even though we've praised his durability throughout his entire career, that was the one thing that I have marveled above anything else when it comes to LeBron James. I've marveled at his durability. He's been out 15 games.
Mm-hmm.
The longest time he's ever been out in any season, right? So if the narrative starts that his body is starting to break down, can you argue against it? No, you can't. This is the longest time he's ever been out. You can't argue against it, right? So now we got 3 years left, 2 and a possible, right?
That's all you got in your books.
That's all we got.
That's
That's
it.
all I got. I got 2 and a possible.
Boy, let me tell you this. If you my space partner and you got 2 in the possible, this would be the last time you be my
Hey,
partner.
see what I'm saying?
I'm going
see
to need
what
you
I'm-
to
see
at
what I'm
least
saying?
squeeze out 4.
See
at
what I'm saying?
least.
We got 2 and a possible
We
here.
got to get booked.
We gotta get bored.
Gotta
We
get
gotta get
bored.
We
bored.
got to get bored,
Got to get bored.
right? So I think the psyche of Los Angeles Laker fans is, say, man, we don't have a lot of time.
They're
left
panicking.
with LeBron James here. Something has got to give now,
Mm,
right now,
tragic.
because if it doesn't, that's just 4 years, 154 million that we just tossed out the window.
Well, you gave money
Nothing
to
to speak for
less. You gave money to less talent.
Oh, no doubt about that. But when you bring a LeBron James over, you're expecting to win and win
now, not later.
And we've all probably heard, seen this on the page that he's messing up these young boys.
Right.
Man, stop
And
it.
that's just
That's
ridiculous
malarkey.
too.
Like,
A lot of
Kyle
there's a
Kuzma's
lot
still
of
doing his
Laker
thing.
fans who say we didn't need him.
right.
Well,
I'm not gonna say that as a Laker fan.
Quan,
It's
you
like,
never said that?
Nope.
I'm not gonna say it.
Maybe
not
you
gonna
was
say that.
trolling.
I'm not gonna say
I'm going to tell you this, though, man. With LeBron James on your team, gives you the best chance to win.
No doubt.
If you are a hoop fan and you don't see that, you're really not a hoop fan. You're
Yeah.
just really into some like fandom type of thing.
Yeah.
And to think that LeBron James, who was a pass first player, a person that relishes getting his teammates involved, is going to stunt the growth of any young dude? Come on, man. Stop it.
Losing stunts growth. When you,
Exactly.
When you constantly lose and 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 lose.
and not playing up to your full potential
Come on, man.
can
Lonzo,
stunt your growth.
At some point, and we talked about being a pro
Yeah.
earlier. At some point, these young dudes got to be pros.
Exactly.
You have
That ain't
to
on
get
Luke,
in
though.
that's not,
And that's not
that's
on
not
Luke.
on Luke. That ain't on LeBron. That ain't on Luke. That
No.
ain't on upper management.
I totally
that ain't on Genie.
100% agree.
At some point, you got to be a pro.
Yeah.
You have to get inside the lab and look inside of self and say, self, what do I need to work on to become a better pro.
Like Kuzma did over the summer.
Exactly, because he told you. Kuz said it. He said, I mean, we can play around here too.
Yeah.
We can play.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was kind of like speaking for himself when he was saying that. But hey, man, look, we can play too. You know what I'm saying?
And that's instilling confidence in his team.
Exactly.
By saying that.
Exactly.
You know, and
they say Ingram is an all-star in practice, but he never converts that into play on the court.
Sure.
And he disappears all the time, and people want to blame that on Luke.
But that is one of the young stars that a lot of Laker fans did not want to get rid of.
Look, for me, when we drafted him,
trade him
out of Duke, I said, you know what? This kid can probably be something. I was one of those ones.
I said we should have let him go and kept Julius Randle.
I'll fully admit to that.
That's just me, but
I'll fully admit to that. I said, man, this kid could probably be something. As much as I can't stand players coming out of Duke being good pros.
Well,
I said that.
This is
and I gotta eat my words.
This is one of the reasons why I personally don't think that LeBron James camp is out there doing that. Because peep this out. I'm going to mention a couple of names to you guys, and you let me know if LeBron James made them or if they made LeBron James.
I'm going to stop you right now because ain't nobody make LeBron James.
Okay, so
stop you right now.
We're going to start with Mike Brown.
I'm not going to Mike Brown can coach.
He can coach.
Mike Brown can coach. Mike Brown had that Cavaliers team, that 60-win Cavaliers team, and a lot of people may not know this, but I'm going to give you a nugget. They were a top 5 defensive team with Mike Brown.
But peep this out, though.
In the league.
All of a sudden, everybody was saying LeBron James does not get along with Mike Brown. He wants him out of there. Okay, so we're done with Mike Brown.
That's tough.
Eric Spoelstra.
Well,
he's a good coach.
He's a good coach. We see what he's doing with that young Miami Heat team.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously having LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh makes your job easy.
But I'm mentioning names that aren't popular to a lot of people.
Not sexy names. You're not mentioning the sexy
names.
Watch
this. Tyronn Lue. He won a ring with Tyronn Lue.
Sure did.
Right?
Sure did.
To me, LeBron James' mind, it doesn't matter who coaches him.
And you skipped over a name because you should have said David Black.
David Black.
Because they were the top seed in the East when he got fired.
Right.
Which that's like mind-blowing to me. That's
right.
Crazy.
David Black. Now a Luke Walton. It does not matter who's coaching LeBron James. He's going to do what he do on the court. He's probably going to help your career at the end of the day. So bringing another coach in my opinion, does not matter who coaches LeBron James. It's all about what these grown-ass professionals are supposed to do on the court.
Simple.
Plain and simple.
I said that 100%, but you still have people talking about he's got to be a leader of men. Dude, these dudes, they're in a man's league, so they have to step up and play like men
and be accountable for them for their own actions too.
And play like men.
Yeah, I just think it's a twofold street. Like as a coach,
who is he holding back? That's my thing.
No, LeBron James isn't holding anybody.
I'm not talking about Alonzo. I'm talking about Luke Walton.
Well,
who is he holding back?
I think with
dudes are on the court playing.
Absolutely, with his rotations and the way that they happen. Like I can agree with Les Pickett when he says that particular part.
Okay, with the rotating?
But with the rotations and the way that they happen, it's just not conducive to winning basketball at this point. It's just not. It's not. Like if you're watching the games and you notice that other people should be in the game over certain people,
what other people should be in the game?
How about get some shooters on the floor?
What shooters? We just all touched and agree. Let's all touch and agree that Lakers don't have shooters.
And they talked about not having shooters at the beginning of the season.
See, sitting on the bench.
Okay, so
best shooter.
You
he doesn't even get in the
He
rotation.
keeps missing every time he's in the game.
He doesn't get in the rotation because he don't get to play.
If you're a shooter, you get in the game.
Don't get opportunities to do so.
All the opportunities he's got, he misses.
I'm gonna miss too.
No.
If I'm not constantly playing, if I play 5 minutes every third night,
Bro,
If
you're
you're a
a
shooter-
rookie.
if
You're
you're
a
a
rookie.
shooter,
You got to come in and do your
If
thing.
you're a
If you want to
shooter
get
and
minutes, you
you're
have to make
wide
those
open,
shots.
man, look.
If you're a shooter and you're
How
wide
you gonna get minutes
open,
if you don't make the shots when
Give
you're in
me-
there?
Give me a chance
If
to do
you
But
it.
if you're hold on, but
if you
speaking
are a shooter,
Goose, speaking from a shooter, like I think I know where you're going.
yeah.
Speaking from a shooter, you have to be able to get up the shots to get into a rhythm
Thank
in
you,
order to make your
guys.
shots. You can't just call me, Dre Day, a shooter, off the bench and say, go make your first 7 shots.
Ain't gonna
It's not going to
happen.
happen, bros.
It's not like that's not real
That's
life.
not real basketball.
It's not even real life.
If you want to get some minutes, you better hit the shots when you get
Vinny
them.
Johnson
Man,
came off the
y'all.
bench.
He was in the rotation.
No, he wasn't.
bro.
He wasn't in a rotation like
How many,
that
how
every
many minutes
night.
did he play?
He
How
wasn't
many
in a
minutes
rotation like that
how many,
every
How many
night.
minutes did Vinny Johnson average?
Let's look at
Let's
it.
go back and look how many minutes.
So we
he
saying
averaged.
Svi should get that kind of time right now?
Let's
He's
Oh,
supposed
we
to be a
saying that?
defender too,
let's see.
and we haven't seen him stop anybody. But I guess he needs some more time to be able to play defense
He's
too,
a
right?
rookie too. You know,
See.
Make some shots.
For his career,
Speak.
he averaged 12 points a game, Vinny Johnson. So he got some type of time. If you average 12 points a game for
Not
your
as a
career,
rookie.
so we're saying Svi should get that time.
You got some type of time.
So Svi should get that type of time.
oh,
KCP is supposed to be a
Hold on.
3-point shooter, 3 and D,
Yeah.
3 and D.
Vinny Johnson had a year where he averaged 30 minutes a game. Well,
When
look
has
at here.
KCP ever been a 3-point
That's what
shooter?
they said coming out of Detroit.
Vinny Johnson
Yeah.
ain't. Vinny,
If you ever watched
He was 3 and
any
D.
of KCP's games, he was a
Guys.
slasher,
Guys.
he was a streaky shooter,
Guys.
but he was a better defender. Period.
Guys,
That's what you
Vinny
got.
Johnson got starter minutes, bro. Look at this. 28.5. Skip. Let's see. His first year, 8.6, rookie. Second year, 28.5 minutes per game. Those are starter minutes, bro. 17.5, 15, 17.8, 30.6, 23.3, 25, 25, 28, 24. Those are starter minutes, sir.
Man, he playing at least.
I mean, he was
at
getting
least
6 man of the year.
So we're saying Svi should get that time.
I'm not saying get that time, get some time. He's not. Let's see how many points. Let's see how many minutes a game he averages.
We already know.
We know for sure it ain't even 14.
No.
It ain't even 8.
But are we saying that now he should get more time because he's the shooter?
Man, he ain't. If he's that damn
Come on,
good, he
man.
wouldn't be on the bench.
At least work him into the rotation. See what the dude got.
If he's that good, he wouldn't be on the bench because they play over in Cleveland. They pay Kyle Korver more minutes, knowing that he couldn't play a lick of defense.
That boy
but
can
the
shoot
boy
it.
can shoot.
We know that. We know he can shoot it. That's proven. That's proven.
Michael Redd never played a lick of defense, but the boy can
The
shoot.
boy can shoot, though. That's undeniable.
If you can play and you can actually shoot the ball, there is no reason for you to be on the bench, in my opinion. Why should you be on the bench?
So
How many 3-pointers did Mike Penberthy make when they would throw him in the game randomly?
Isn't he dead?
Maybe.
I mean, come on.
But he made some threes in his 5 minutes a game. So
Dude,
make some threes, bro. I mean,
when
dude.
you get in the
dude.
game, you're a shooter. You know, you move around, you get open.
so
you
you're
get the
supposed
ball,
to hit your
make
first
the
7
shots.
shots?
He's averaging 10.4
You got to make
minutes
one
a
out of
game.
those 7.
Your
He's
shot.
averaging 10.
You got to make a couple of those.
He's averaging 10.4 minutes a game, and he's shooting 35% from 3.
That means you should be coming off the bench. Still.
Which he is. No
Yeah,
doubt.
and that means you shouldn't probably be averaging more than 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes at the most.
How many second rounders get minutes in the NBA right now this year?
Look how many minutes that Lonzo got. And he a first pick. And what is his output?
Yeah, but I'm not talking
Boy-
about that. We're talking about
But
speed
nobody
right
wants
now.
to
Why-
talk about that, though.
Well, nobody wants to talk about it because we're talking about something else. Why you always got to bring up something else
Nobody wants
when
to
we're
talk
talking
about
about
that.
something else? We're talking about speed, and you bring up Lonzo Ball.
You know
We're
why
talking
I
about
bring
speed.
up-
How many second round picks get a lot of minutes in the NBA this year? That's what that was the question,
just period.
and you got to go to Lonzo Ball.
What is he
play,
doing?
If you can play,
I'm not talking about Lonzo Ball. I don't care about Lonzo right now. We're talking about a
need
second
to,
round
'cause
pick.
that's where your money
I
is.
don't care
If
about him right now. When we're
Speed
talking about
is a
somebody else,
marksman-
we're talking about speed right now, and you
If
can't answer that
Speed
question.
is a marksman
How many people
shooter,
are getting minutes from the second round?
Then he should be in the game. I do. He should be in a rotation.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a reason why he's not in a rotation.
all right, guys.
Dude,
We just explained
Because, like,
that
when he's-
they gonna
Just
put
like-
all the blame.
but just
They
like-
gonna
But there's a
Just
reason
like
why
Quan
Svi ain't
said.
getting in the game. Sure,
But
there is.
just like Quan said, he gets in the game and he misses wide open shots.
35% from
So
three.
does
That ain't bad.
Dude, let me
We
tell you
acting like
something.
that's horrible.
Laker fan, y'all kill me with this. You mean to tell me that you gonna
Man,
put
give me a wide open
you
shot
gon-
and I'll come off the bench. I'm busting it. I'm telling you right now.
35% from three is not bad, guys. That's not
No,
horrible.
no, it's not. For 10 minutes a
For
game.
10 minutes
it's
a
showing
game,
the hell
It's
ain't.
not bad. It's not bad.
So again,
So
like
look,
I said,
so
give the man a
so
chance.
Goose, I'm supposed to put all the blame on a second rounder for not coming in the game and hitting his shot, but yeah, you got a first pick who comes in the game and he
We're not putting
flat
the
out,
blame on
and
him.
he
Who put the
flat
blame on
out
Svi?
stinks.
Who put the blame on Svi?
He's
He's saying
a-
he wants more, give him more minutes.
I think
How's
he-
that
I
more
think-
minutes
I-
when you're not making the shots? And that's not
But
blaming
he's
him.
shooting
He shoots
35%
When you get the
from three,
opportunity,
bro.
so was LeBron James.
Okay.
Kuzma
And
shooting
again,
over
that's
30%.
not bad. It's not
Rajon
bad.
Rondo shooting 39%.
Okay. Again.
Josh Hart shooting
it's not
34%.
bad. But we still at
Oh,
the
Lonzo
bottom
Ball
of the
shooting
league.
33%.
We still at the bottom of the league in three-point
So
shooting,
horrible.
though.
less than him.
Alex Caruso shooting 100%.
Where do the Lakers sit in three-point percentage right now?
Yeah, but you're saying
It's
Svi is this
horrible.
amazing three-point shooter.
Okay, give them a chance to
35%
do
when other
so.
people got the same percentages.
But give them a chance to do so. They
Lately
get
they
more
have
opportunity than
Lately
him.
they have though. Lately they have. They've been putting them in the rotation lately.
10 minutes a game. When that goes up to 15, 20,
Okay, well,
and he's still not
okay, well,
producing, holla at me.
Well, more minutes means just not just shooting. You got to
Sure.
play some defense.
Oh, no
too.
doubt. No doubt. No question about it.
So
I mean, we saw what the kid can
could
do.
that be his Achilles heel? That
Okay.
he can't defend?
We don't know.
Okay.
We saw him in the summer league, and he actually played pretty good.
A lot of
actually
people
played
play
well.
good in the summer league.
Okay, well, we a lot of people base what people gonna do in the regular season off of summer league too. We've seen that.
Josh
We've
Hart
heard
should
it.
be an all-star then.
We've heard it.
Boy, stop it.
Josh Hart's
so
an
we
all-star
heard- we-
according to the summer league.
We heard that too. Oh, Josh Hart is gonna be this. He had a great summer league. Okay,
All right, so let me throw out some names for you, and I'm gonna let you know if it's trade bait or not. Josh Hart, is he trade bait?
Of course.
sure.
Yes or
Yeah,
no?
Sure he is.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball, is he trade
Sure
bait?
he is.
Yeah.
They can't get nothing for him.
Whatever.
Not now,
Brandon Ingram, is he trade bait?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stevenson, trade bait.
He's
Everybody
expiring
but
contract.
Kuzma and LeBron.
He's expiring contract.
Yeah.
All those expiring
So
contracts.
how
are-
can you get mad if you're willing to trade the entire team except for two? How can you get mad at the record or your output that you're putting out on the floor if you're willing to trade everybody on your team?
We're not
but
saying
two?
trade him for anything either, though.
You need to
No,
because
you
you're
don't trade him for anything.
no because you're ex.
I'm not giving Brandon Ingram up just for nobody.
Well, who can you trade him for?
Ingram's
that
still
would,
averaging 16 points a game.
who can you trade him for that would get equal
I mean,
value?
it's a package. I don't know. You're not getting the equal value. You got to put a package of these
Gotta
guys
put
together.
a package together.
If you want to get something.
Okay,
If you want to get something big,
so if
you
you
gotta
want,
put a package together.
okay, so Brandon Ingram and let's just throw in Josh Hart,
Josh Hart.
right? Could you get Bill for him?
No,
Why not?
because you can't get Bill for Josh Hart and Ingram. That doesn't make sense. He's an all-star.
It has to be some draft picks in there.
Have to be some picks. Maybe
Gotta be.
Lonzo
Do-
in there too.
Yeah.
Do whatever you got to do then before the trade deadline.
But the money got to make sense
Yeah.
too.
Make it happen.
Money got to make sense too.
Make it happen.
So let's just say if you do,
And Washington has to want any of these. players.
Believe me, Magic
that has to happen.
Magic and Rob are weighing all kind of options what they can do.
Sure,
Lakers
But
want to win
like you
now.
said, the money has to be right.
absolutely.
It has to be financially right
Yeah.
for it to happen.
Make it
But
happen.
But let's just say
They're
want,
not just going to blow it up to blow it up.
right. Let's just say they want Bill. Right. Bill is on a monstrous deal right now. Right.
Super monster.
So the money would make sense to the Washington Wizards sending those players there and us getting Bradley Beal. That would make sense.
Yeah.
We wouldn't necessarily care because we got expiring contracts leaving.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're gonna have what, 60, 70 million dollars in cap space?
Basically.
So we're not gonna care about bringing a bona fide scorer,
That part.
young bona fide scorer in to complete or start to complete a playoff and possibly a Larry O'Brien trophy competing roster.
Right.
We wouldn't mind that. So sending, let's just say you package together Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 2 first-round draft picks. I think the Wizards take that. I think they would.
I don't know if they do. That's their best player.
Absolutely, but again, it's
Is
freeing money from them,
Is he?
they could and they're trying to develop Troy Brown Jr. right now.
Yeah.
You can see that they're clearly trying to develop him. So if I'm the Wizards, I'm thinking, okay, I got a younger dude that I drafted in the top 15 of the NBA
And
draft.
Wall might be next.
And Wall might be next to go if you can find a sucker to take that $147 million.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much. It's a funky contract. Just like right now, you can't get rid of Wiggins. Nobody will take him. Nobody will take him.
Yeah.
Because the contract is just messed up.
And they don't have anybody in whatever city he gets traded to braid that terrible OG Bobby Johnson haircut
Oh
he
my
got.
God.
It's ridiculous.
Horrible.
God damn.
But that package, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram,
And a
two
pick?
first round picks for
And
Bradley
Lakers
Beal.
would do that
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. Yeah.
No doubt. And give us somebody that you was gonna cut anyway. Lakers would take that in a heartbeat because you're bringing in a young bona fide scorer. It doesn't matter that you're taking on his money because you got cap space anyway.
Yeah.
Because of the expiring contracts, you'll eat the luxury tax going forward for this year. You'll eat that,
and you'll use that cap space money to go after an AD after this
Sure.
year, and you'll have
room to do it.
God doggone it. Do these cats know basketball?
You'll have room. You'll have the cap space to do it because you're looking at $60 to $70 million in cap space. So if you bring back Bradley Beal over, right? What he making? $30 million a year?
At least.
We'll just say 30 million. 25.
25.
That's even better.
Yeah.
He's only making $25 million a year. So now I can get a max cap dude and a mid-level dude, and I'm cooking.
Look, and all I had to do was give up 2
That's
first-round
all I
draft
had to
picks.
do.
Hold on. And Brandon Ingram,
and
Josh Hart. Boy,
which I
bye.
love those guys. I really, really do. But if it's a matter of bringing in a bona fide scorer that's better than both of them put together, you gotta go.
And this is somebody LeBron would love to play with.
Sure.
He would love to play with Bradley
Sure
Beal.
he would.
Because Bradley doesn't need the
Absolutely.
ball all the time. He doesn't.
Thank
he
you. And
doesn't.
he can come off screens.
Coming off screen.
He can put it on the deck if you need him to.
He'd be perfect for LeBron.
No question.
So make the trade. Throw Lonzo in there if you have to throw Lonzo in there.
It's not up to us.
Man.
Rob and Magic, make it happen.
we just cooked the whole potion.
I really think it's up to Washington if they want to do that.
Yeah.
We just cooked the whole potion, man. I don't know if they're gonna listen.
Let me tell you why.
Throw Fee in there too. They need.
Let
to
me
shoot.
tell you
Yeah,
why.
you're right.
Let me tell you why it would benefit Washington to make that deal. Because now you get Bill's contract off your books. You got 2 first rounders. Now you're getting a Brandon Ingram who's going to feel a certain type of way. He's gonna
And
have
he'll ball out.
he's gonna have a little bit of chip on his shoulder, and he is going to ball out for the Washington Wizards.
he
Why?
would.
Because he wants that bag
Yep.
when that contract is up.
sir.
Right? So once that happens, now they have to see if it meshes with John Wall. And if it does
I think it
not
would.
mesh, and if it does not mesh with John Wall, then they can get rid of him for the same type of return. And now you start over with pieces that you could actually play
Build
and
with.
move with. Come on,
Yeah.
dog.
Because Washington's not doing anything with this constructed
No,
squad.
exactly.
Nothing.
Right
Absolutely.
now, anyways.
Right now, Bradley Beal is wasting away.
Yeah.
He's wasting
And him and
away.
John Wall are never winning
They're
anything
never gonna
together.
win
Yeah.
anything.
No, they need to break them up just like they did Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. It's done.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
And if the same thing goes with Dame Dollar and CJ,
Yep.
in a couple of years, if they don't start making some big moves and start getting further in the Western Conference Final, they need to break that up
Yep.
too.
Right.
Just like Memphis right now is considering and putting on the block
And they're doing it too late.
It's way late.
way
They're
too
doing it
late,
too late.
Way late.
in both their
Should've
careers.
did that last year when
Yeah.
they weren't even playing.
Yeah. And it's bad money. Like you
I don't
you're
want that.
looking at this
I don't want it.
contract, bro. It's bad money. At one point, this dude was the highest paid player in the league, and he's not gonna make an all. Has he ever made an All-Star game?
Never.
Never. He's never,
Never.
been an All-Star in this
He
league.
has never really been completely healthy either for
Never.
the past 5 years.
Never. It's crazy to me. Nobody's gonna take that. You're late, brother. You are late. You are about.
Yeah.
When did he get that? When did he get that deal?
Bro, he-
3
he-
years
he's
ago.
3 years ago, right?
Yep.
You're not gonna. Come on, you 3 years too late.
Well, I think any Laker fan would accept that deal.
Sure.
it's up to Magic and Rob Pelinka
Yep.
to make it happen.
Absolutely.
Well, that trade deadline is
And-
not too far.
And it's
Yeah.
not too far.
About 3
And maybe
weeks out.
that's
We can do a trade deadline show
yeah.
again.
we definitely need to
for
do that.
sure.
That has to happen.
Yeah.
That has.
That
to
was dope
happen,
last
man.
year.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
maybe that might be something that they're just possibly might happen.
Yeah, man.
You know,
So,
they need to do something.
Laker fans, you're not out of the woods.
No.
Okay, you got 3 years, you got 2 in the possible to actually be in the conversation. And I think that if you make that move for Bradley Beal this year,
Give Steve
and
some
then
minutes.
then go after AD for next year, you have a big 3 that you could actually
Man.
be in the conversation with,
And still get a
because
mid-level
at the
dude.
end of the day, Golden State is going to look a lot different in 2 in the possible.
No question. No doubt.
I'm still not saying that Clay might not be out of it next year.
I don't think he's going nowhere.
I don't think.
I think he's
will.
too comfy.
I don't think he can't. He can't
The,
see.
the
he's
odd
just
man
like
is
us.
Draymond.
He can't see going anywhere else and being as successful.
And
as
especially if he wins another ring,
Yeah.
he'll probably say, "Well, I've exhausted everything there.
he is. Sure.
Let me go somewhere else."
Well,
And maybe to the Lakers, because he has to be somewhere where
somebody can play make for him.
somebody can play make for him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Somebody got to
know.
play make for him.
Yeah.
That'd be LeBron's best
Yeah.
3-point shooter by
That-
far.
that
Oh,
would be.
He had Ray
close.
Allen. My
Yes.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. Right
yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if I was him, you mean to tell me that LeBron driving down the lane, 4 people collapsing, and you're going to leave Klay Thompson open?
He'll get 40 points with
Yeah.
0 dribbles.
It was 0 dribbles. Stand in the corner, sir.
Just
That's all
sit
we
there.
need you to do.
Now, the better basketball player of the two,
Bradley Beal and
Bradley Beal and Klay Thompson, is clearly
Bradley
Beal.
No doubt.
But to have that shooter,
Boy.
They're not going to get
Would
him.
be-
In my opinion, I just think he's going
But
to
see,
stay.
here's the thing, though. You can get Clay cheap.
cheap.
You can get him pretty
I
cheap.
don't know. He's going to be
Maybe
asking
able
for
to get him
max.
cheap. What he making now? 17 million?
But he's going to be asking for max.
Ooh, I don't know if he'll get max, and he probably know he won't get max.
He's going to be asking for it because he feels that he is the underappreciated guy over in Golden State right now. He feels that he helps them win titles and that they can't win without him. I really feel he feel that way.
In your heart of hearts, is Klay Thompson a max player? In your heart of hearts?
No. But he'll make more than Tristan Thompson did,
Oh,
more than
absolutely.
$80 million
Sure.
over 4 years.
Sure he will.
Because that's how much they gave Tristan Thompson.
How much did they give Mike Connolly Jr.?
A lot.
130.
100 and
For
was it,
4.
was it 30?
130 for 4. Something,
God.
something crazy like that.
Dog.
For a non-all-star
Sheesh.
who was not getting younger at the time.
Holy crap.
So Clay could get that.
And exactly.
Clay could get that on another
Yeah.
team.
He gonna get
He'll
his
get
money.
it on another
get that.
team.
He gonna get his chips. He gonna get his money.
He'll get it in Orlando.
Draymond is not getting a max.
Dre,
No, Draymond ain't gonna
No.
get max.
But
though.
if Lakers were smart, they go out to Draymond. You can pay him cheap, and he's still in the
Cheaper than what he getting paid
California
now?
area.
I think he's on the
Can't get him
decline.
cheaper than what he
No,
getting
probably
paid
the
now.
same, but it's still cheap.
Yeah.
we don't want Draymond.
Yeah.
How come you don't?
I'll be straight.
Good.
I think he's on the
He's
downside
on
of his career.
And he's on the.
I don't even
he's
got
in
to
the-
explain
he's
it to
in the-
you. I'm
He's in the
good.
perfect situation for him. That's the situation for
He better not
him.
ever leave Golden State.
Good.
ever.
I'm
Don't
good.
do it. Don't do
I'm
it.
good.
I still think defensively he'll be able to do his thing, but as far as being able to facilitate like he does and get players coming off of screens and like you're not going to play with any better shooters than what you
No.
have now.
No.
So your offensive, because everything goes through Draymond offensively. He facilitates everything.
Hmm.
You're not going to be able to do that in Phoenix.
No.
You're not going to be able to do that in, I don't know,
Orlando.
or in New Orleans. Like you're just not going to be
Brooklyn.
able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And Brooklyn's
Don't
playing-
sleep on Brooklyn. They got
Brooklyn's
money
playing
and they're
very,
playing.
and they're playing very well right
Very
now.
well.
Dinwiddie is out for 3 to 6 weeks. Though.
Yeah, that
Don't
kind of hurts
sleep.
a little bit.
And I just want to throw this out
They
there.
in the sixth spot right now.
Yeah.
Sixth spot, right?
I just want to throw this out there before we leave.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Golden State and Boston making a deal after this year or before trade deadline of 2020.
For who?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Real quick before we get out of here. What is your most upsetting moment and heartbreaking moment
Ooh.
in sports?
Man, look, recently for me is in the 2016 final, NCAA final.
Ooh.
Chris Jenkins comes down.
Shouts out to Crystal Allen for this.
Absolutely.
Dope.
Oh man.
Dope.
This is recent. 2016 NCAA final. Chris Jenkins comes down in a tie ball game
Against who?
against
Come
my
on,
North
dog.
Carolina Tar Heels
Oh.
and puts a dagger in us to win the basketball game. Absolute dagger.
Yeah, we seen it.
Look, I really? That's how you gonna do me? It sucks.
Yeah.
It still sucks. Like I
Yeah.
DVR'd the game.
Yeah.
And it took me almost a full calendar year to erase it from my DVR because I would go back and watch the last 2
I still
minutes
got
of the
it on my
game.
DVR.
I would go back and watch the last 2 minutes of the game
disturbed
once a
over
week
there.
and cry myself to sleep. It's essentially what I did.
Yeah. Is that yours too?
Nah, man, I got something far worse.
Mm.
So, what was the question again? I just want to make.
Your
I just want to
most-
make sure.
Your most upsetting moment of all time in sports.
I got something. Wait, what'd you say?
Your most
What'd you say? What'd you ask me?
most upsetting or heartbreaking sports moment.
Steelers every year.
Yeah, they hurt my heart every year, but
They don't go. They don't go.
this game, Duke,
Yeah.
against UNLV,
That
hurts
a bit.
That's easy number one.
heartbreaking.
But see, I look at it different because I said, and I said that on the page. They did it to themselves, man.
Well, knowing they threw the game makes it worse as a young fan being
Sure.
in ninth
Why
grade.
go out for
Sure.
a little bit of money when you can go out with history? That
Sure.
That hurt. I think that hurt, man, because it was Duke. It was Duke.
So
Yeah.
if it was anybody else, it
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have hurt so bad.
Then
It
they
wouldn't
come
have.
back the next 2 years and win back to back.
Yeah.
Because they were so cocky after they beat us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Knowing.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't know that. Well, they probably did.
What's yours, Quan?
That was it. That's
The UNLV.
easy by far.
91.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've never been
Mine-
able to watch that game again. Real talk.
They should
When
have
Greg
won that
found
game.
out, I said, "Oh God damn!" That's it.
They should have
Phantom
won that
foul.
damn game.
The Phantom Foul.
Mine is the '82 NFC Championship game. The catch.
Ugh.
Rest in peace, Dwight.
Hey, I took
That was beautiful.
I took a picture next to that, man. You want to see it? I took a picture next to that statue when I went to Levi's, man. It's pretty
I
cool.
don't know. if
No,
I
you don't
understand
know
Is
that.
there,
But
a,
yeah, I
is there a
see it, yeah.
cowboy in the bottom of that picture?
Yeah, it is. Everson Walls.
Good. That was a great
That was
question.
good.
Yeah.
Pull that up.
It's a
Shouts
great
out to
question.
Crystal Allen. It was a dope one.
Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m., man. We appreciate everybody chiming in to this great show that we had today, man. It was a great one, man. We talked a lot of basketball. We got the Super Bowl coming up real soon, man.
Yes,
So
indeed, man.
stay tuned because we got a lot to talk about on that
Give
one,
our
man.
picks next week.
Yeah,
Yes,
big ups
indeed,
to
man.
everybody who's chimed in.
And,
Big ups to everybody who's actually called into
And,
the show.
as it stands right now, man, we'll be at the Originals Barbershop
Yeah.
for a live show, man. Shout out to Baby Carl, man, the sole proprietor over there at the Originals Barbershop, man. We're gonna be live inside of that barbershop next Saturday.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed,
that's
man.
dope, bros.
Pretty dope,
My guy, man.
sir.
Dre Bailey,
And your man Goose Thomas.
Mr. Controversy, Block'em Logan.
Yeah.
is in the building, man. We love you guys, man. And guess what, man? If you scared,
You better go to church.